Wrestling Mayhem Show. Since 2006, the pioneer in pro wrestling podcasting.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you got to do, make it last. Wait for the perfect.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, episode 902, Tuesdays. Oh, fuck.
Hell yeah. I'll take it from here,
Talking
Sorg.
professionalized wrestling. Which button are you? There you are.
It's the Wrestling Mayhem Show, 902 Tuesdays. Sorgatron's been here doing this show.
Talking about professionalized wrestling.
Talking about professionalized wrestling. But really, does this week count? Because Sorg is jet-lagged from his trip to Florida, and he is barely there. I mean, time change plus plane ride.
I came
that
from
will
Florida.
do you in.
I
that
came from
will
Florida.
Do you in. That
it's
is
the same
like
time zone.
That's like 13 states, Sorg. That's a
What?
long ways, man.
Dude,
That's a far
Although
trip.
apparently I learned I'm not in the Northeast because I saw the sign for Southwest Northeast from a bank.
That's not true.
And there was zero line, and I'm like, no. you need to go down there. I'm like, Pittsburgh. Where's Pittsburgh? And there's a giant line with an extra hurdle that I had to wait an extra half hour to submit my bags.
Sorg, that's not true. I just saw on Facebook earlier today a map with a line. It said Pennsylvania is still in the Northeast. Like, we are barely hanging on, but we are in the Northeast.
Yes.
Like, the South and the Midwest are just, they are right there. Like, you could literally fall off your couch and fall into another part of the country, but we are in the Northeast.
We are, and we're here to do the Wrestling Mayhem Show. First of all, man, we got big returns. But I can't tell you which is the biggest one, so we're going to go alphabetical order. First of all, on the call, back on, bringing it all, cat chat and all, is Bobby F.J. Town. Yeah!
Hey, everybody. It's been like 80 years.
Yes!
How is everyone?
Hello. I'm so
I was
happy.
on Mayhem Mania for a while, like that one time. But then,
I am so happy to see your
happy to be here.
4x3 webcam face in my screen right now.
I
You're
don't know why
framed
it's doing
so
that.
neatly, Bobby.
Yeah, you
so
are,
nice
man.
tonight.
You're coming at us straight from 2005. I love it.
I'm a little crispy on the audio.
A little crispy on the audio. Little crispy.
little
We cleared
crunchy.
up the crispy. We've overcooked the crispy. You're good to go. All right.
At least I'm not putting everybody on blast like Chrisley and being a little crispy
Oh
with the
man,
audio.
we haven't had a Chrisley joke in too long. And also back on the show, check notes, is Katie Arquette is back.
What is
Hello.
up? Hello.
I loved your long game to get back on the show with Mayhem Mania. That was a really good play there. You're just like,
welcome.
well, I had to share the stage with that Andy guy,
Yeah,
and I just need
well.
my own spotlight.
Well, yeah, that's a given, but I really
Mhm.
like him and he's cute, so I don't mind sharing it with
That's
him.
good. That's good. That's good.
She earned her return, Sorg.
That's right. That's right.
Through
You're
the power
did.
of Mayhem Mania. And I contacted you
You did.
within the last 7 days. I
You
can't
did.
remember exactly when. I was just
we
like,
weren't friends on Facebook.
yeah,
You added me,
I
and I'm like, I
added
know
you.
this fool. Why aren't we friends on Facebook?
who's this creep? That's what she said. And then I was like, Miss Arquette, Katie,
Yes.
would you do me the
He was
honor?
very
I want to make
professional.
this as easy as on your life as possible. I know you're very busy
He knows.
professional
He
wrestler.
knows better.
And then you're like, can I come over to the studio? And I'm like, let me check with my dad. I mean, let me check with Sorg.
My dad.
you're the
Dad.
second.
My podcast
You
dad.
are the second person to refer to me as a parental figure today, and I don't know how I feel about it.
All right.
Oh, boy.
I don't know if I'm okay with this situation.
Podcast dad.
Podcast.
Dad.
My podcast papa.
Jeez.
That's him. Show
Jeez.
show
Everybody,
title. That
drink
one's for you.
Drink responsibility.
Drink
Drink
responsibility.
Yes.
Drink responsibility.
Have a
Anyway,
nice cup of responsibility.
nice. You got Miss Arquette on the show. Mrs. Arquette on the show.
Oh,
there you go.
shit. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, yeah. I
Mrs.
gotta look at that clang going on over there. There you go. You got Bobby back on the show. Holy crap. Matt,
What's up?
I have something for you.
I was
I
gonna
have
s-
for
Are we gonna do
You
the
were just
first
like-
thing that we
you were
said
like,
we were gonna
yeah,
do?
Matt's here.
I don't no I didn't talk about a thing. I don't think you know the thing I'm going to do. So I have a surprise for you. If you look behind Katie's WrestleMania sign back there, there's a special surprise. If anybody has an easy reach back there, probably nobody has an easy reach.
Use my
You just
Mr.
go and look
Fantastic
back
one.
there.
Knight armor.
There's a little something back there. Oh, what is this? You joked about it, and I found it, and
Ears.
I got you Mickey ears from Disney World last night.
I don't have any
Yes,
Mickey
there you
ears.
go.
And those are like the OG Mickey.
They
ears.
are. I
I
didn't
have
even
those.
see
My
'em.
name is like.
He said that.
So
I have a picture of a giant wall
Put it
of
on.
Mickey and Minnie ears, and I was like, "What do I start?"
You
Oh, man.
every way you turn at Disney World, there are Mickey ears.
But I found that thing.
It's a little tight.
One is the
head's
classic,
really huge.
and two, it was about $20 cheaper than the other ones. So it was a win.
Yes.
All right, can you put the
When I was a
earphones?
kid,
No,
you
put
used
them
to
on the
not have
other
that
ears.
strap.
No. What was that, Bobby?
When I was a kid, you used to not have that strap. They were just like a hat.
Dude, just a hat on your head, like
It
a
was
little.
It was a
cat.
Mickey yarmulke.
You look
Yeah, it was like a
cute.
Mickey yarmulke. Oh my God.
Sorg.
Oh,
Sorg,
did
this
I-
is a Mickey Mouse operation.
Did did I accidentally get you a yarmulke? I'm so sorry.
I would've-
What? My head is huge. There's nothing that can be done.
Okay,
I'm
all
sorry.
I
right.
would have brought my Mickey ears if I would have known this was a Disney themed.
Yes.
Mine's Coco.
By the way, have you been down? Have you been to the Disney? Have you been to the D?
Sorg, I've been to the D
Detroit.
many times.
Have you
many,
been to the D?
many times I've been to the D. I've even been to the
Many.
U.
To the magical
So,
D. The
yeah.
U.
I've been to the
Magical
U.
D.
Yeah.
Magical D.
The magical D.
Magical D.
Oh.
Okay. All
I
right.
love it. I love it.
Sorg, I am
Yes.
so amazing. You sent me that picture. You sent me that picture last. This is how crazy. You know how crazy this is?
How?
Sorg was texting me from Disney like at 10 o'clock last night. And now he's right here. But he sends me.
Mind-blowing.
I'm just joking, Sorg. And I'm just like. Sorg, oh
Sorg
my
used the
God,
prestige
You don't know
I
how
just
much
looked at the
time
chat. I
I
just looked at the
spent.
chat and I lost it. And Sorg sends me a picture. Or first Sorg's like, I'm at the Magic Kingdom. And I'm like,
I'm-
Katie Arquette's coming over tomorrow. And he's like, and I'm like, get me some mouse ears while you're there. And he sends me back a picture. And it is like the wall at the store with like all the mouse ears.
There's
And
a
he's like,
lot.
which one? And I'm like, I was kind of
it
like,
was-
you're right. This is too difficult of a decision. Forget I
It
even
is.
asked anything
Sorg went to
about
lids,
this.
but for Mickey Mouse.
It
I
was
kinda
like
did.
lids
I
for
kinda
Mickey
did.
Mouse.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
they got
True.
every ears now, but this
Oh,
is
they
this is the
do.
OG of the ears. Right
It
here.
is. Now you need to get your name sewn in on the back like mine.
There you go. Do we know a seamstress?
M-I-C. See you real soon.
M-I-C-K-E-Y.
Yeah, that's right. We'll do that at the end of the show. Remind me to do that at the end of the show.
Okay.
Well, that's
We'll
great,
definitely get
Sorg.
pulled for
I
that.
really, this is really nice. Like, this is staying here. Like, this isn't really.
Oh, that's
This
yours.
is yours,
That's
right?
yours. No,
Oh,
that's
this is
yours.
mine.
I bought that for you. I have. Listen, I bought myself a magic band, so I'm good to go. I'm good to
nice.
go.
What
And
Star Wars
I
one?
waved at every golden character in the park. So and got all their AR stuff. So that became my game.
You didn't see any wrestlers turn Disney adults while you were at the Magic Kingdom last night. did
No,
you?
but I found wrestling in a surprising place. I'm trying not to spoil it, but I don't know if you watched the Imagineering special. I just saw it on there. There's the Carousel of Progress, which is moved from the 1964
Federation.
World's Fair. Where you're sitting in a theater, but the theater actually moves around
Yeah.
a sequence of stages in a circle. And you got to the part, I think probably the 60s when they had TVs, and they go to Grandma in the corner, and she's watching old-timey wrestling, Matt.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes, she is.
Awesome.
That's really cool.
It is
That is
great.
awesome.
That was the
It
first
is
thing you
great.
noticed.
Dutters was like, I need to take you someplace, and I'm not telling you what it's going to be. And she wouldn't tell me all day. And I kept thinking, see this thing in the corner in Tomorrowland. I was like, I bet that's it. I don't know
This is
what's
it.
I don't know what's in there, but I think that's the thing. And she's because you know her background in the Scare House, you know, haunts and her roommate who also does builds for haunts and movie sets and things. They of course in that thing they're just like, what the hell is happening here? Oh god, I hit zero. Oh no, I zeroed everything out. Oh no,
Oh,
fade
no.
to black,
There we
fade
are.
to black. You see, and then stuff like that happens.
So
So
the show's
Well-
over. Thank you for listening.
Yeah. Well, Sorg, thanks to the chat, we've got one more wrestling reference for you to
Okay.
ask. Did you ride Space Mountain?
Die Ride Space Mountain. I did not woo outwardly because I looked around at the crowd crowd around me, and I didn't think anybody would get the reference. So,
Yeah.
but I did take a picture and put it in the Mayhem chat on Facebook.
Okay.
So
Did you ride Space Mountain?
I rode Space Mountain.
All right.
Rode it.
Oldest ride with the longest line.
That is true.
right.
Yes. No, I hit all the classes. I hit the Haunted Mansion, the Space Mountain, the Jungle Cruise,
That's wrestling related too, because The Rock was in
the
Jungle
Rock was,
Cruise movie.
and there's a Rock joke on there too.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we did it late, and the boat person operator was real punchy and hilarious. At one point, she's like, "Oh, there's this hippo coming at us. I'm going to get it away from us the way that I lost my last boyfriend. Do you want to meet my mom?" Like that kind of thing. It was
funny.
it was great deadpan humor the entire time. So highly recommend. We're actually going to Disneyland here in a month, and we're going to do the Star Wars late night stuff.
Wait,
So,
Disneyland in
land,
California?
Yes.
California.
I'm very fortunate with my business travel this year.
That's
So we're making the most of
amazing.
things. So that if you see me, if it looks like I'm on vacation all the time, this is because I plan smart around my work. So
That is smart.
that's why I had one day at Disney to figure out and get the most
So
out
And
of
you
it.
you maxed it out. Like, did you go like super early to get in?
As early as we could. We probably popped in around 8:30 because we hit some traffic on the way in and things, and just couldn't get up because it's after a work day. We're in a field all day situation. But we adulted the hell out of this.
Yeah.
And then we ate too much Dole Whip for Jungle Cruise, and that's a whole other story.
That's good.
Yes, but there was that.
We should save some of this for the Patreon. I know.
Yeah,
you wanted
this has
talk
nothing to do with the
Disney.
wring, but it's not what you're here for. I don't think.
I
There
will
was
say though,
wrestling
I will try to
references.
I will try to redirect this conversation just because since we're on the topic of entertainment. Did you watch the Oscars, Sorg?
No, but I have Twitter.
Bobby, did you watch the Oscars?
That one part that we're probably going to talk about.
Katie, did you
I
watch
saw
the
that.
Oscars?
Yes, on YouTube in parts.
All right, I watched the whole Oscars. I don't usually do that. but
Godzilla
this
won an
time I did.
award.
Godzilla finally got its Oscar. Good for
Yay!
Godzilla.
Nice.
And there was, in the midst of this Oscar ceremony, there was like a wrestle explosion in the middle of the Oscar ceremony. First, they bring out two people to present awards. It's The Rock and Bad Bunny together presenting an award.
I
To
missed
which
that.
we are immediately the DiCaprio meme. We're all like, "Oh, the wrestling!" And then they up the ante by sending out a completely nude John Cena onto the stage.
That was hilarious.
And all I could think was like, as I'm watching this, watching Cena do this thing, I'm just like, there is nobody in the entire state of California who's better prepared for this moment than John
John
Cena,
Cena.
a professional wrestler.
He
Mhm.
probably
Get out
thought-
there and you're nothing, John. No, it was like, he was just like, sure, okay,
Yeah,
no problem,
yeah.
all right. I've been asked to do so many weirder things than this. This is fine.
And if you see the behind the scenes, he's basically wearing about what he would be. It is at least
Yeah, he's wearing, like,
pre-jorts at least.
What do they call them? No.
Even
He's
Cena wears
got like
jorts.
the
Rapper Cena.
the
Yeah,
modesty things that they use when they,
the just in case the man pasties.
let's not get
I guess you could
fined.
call it.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
Man pasties. I don't know.
Have you not
Pasties.
seen those picture of the
No.
behind the scenes? Sorg,
Well, I'm
Go
not
to the
pulling it up.
internet.
I'm not pulling it up. She can,
it's all covered.
she
all
can
the
put, she
all
can
the
put it on
naughty
her
bits are
phone.
covered
The
up.
Oscars are going
No.
to take our shit down.
No.
Terms of
It's
service.
fine. It's perfectly fine. Go find the John Cena behind the
Hold
scenes
on.
pic
I'm
where
trying
he
to-
is.
I'm actually trying to fix
where
the
you
laptop
can see
right now.
the pasty covering
I
up
can't
his
show
naughty
it.
bits.
I'm not allowed to show it. It won't let me do it.
Anyway,
John
it's
Cena
just
broke
a-
the internet.
Service.
It's just a to me, it was one of those like, this is crazy, but it was kind of like, I felt like it was a win for all wrestlers
Yes.
because it was just like, it's one of those things where just proof that like, there's not many people who could pull this off, but of course it's a wrestler turned actor who could pull
100%.
this off. And then he starts like doing like the lines. Of course, it's like the costume category. He's standing up there
Yes.
buck ass naked and just like dead, he's just like costumes. The crowd pops. He waits for the pop. I'm like, this is just wrestling
He had
right
the best
now.
segment of the
Yeah.
night.
It was
I
just-
mean, he did.
yeah.
It was
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
brilliant. It was perfect. I
Yeah,
loved
it was really great. Like it's just amazing how wrestling prepares you for everything in life. So
Guys,
Absolutely.
You're a
everything
wrestler,
is
you're ready.
compared to wrestling. Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yes.
good on you, John Cena. Well done.
Wait.
I hear you're in the Illuminati now, so congrats on
That's
that.
what I was hearing too. I was made aware of this
Yeah.
because of this too. So
So stupid.
happy
Illuminati Day, I guess.
happy
I don't know.
humiliation phase of your career, I guess, is one way I understand. So
Ritual or
All right,
something like that.
did you find the naked picture of John Cena?
I didn't.
Got the
I
pieces.
have, but I can't put it in the thing.
Would you
'cause
rather show that
I can't-
picture or the picture I sent?
I
you?
have the other picture.
What
Yes.
picture?
Okay,
Did you
I've got
send?
another. What?
I'm preparing
What
it right
picture
now.
did you
This
send
one's
him?
less naughty.
This picture is less naughty.
one's less
but
naughty,
no
and-
less controversial. Sorg, go to the tape. Show the picture.
I'm working on it.
Hurry up.
I'm working. I'm under
Damn it, I
so
thought
much
you were
pressure
ready.
right now.
This
Ish.
jet lag will get
There you
to
go.
Look at this.
Oh, it's Frost.
Lady
She's
Frost.
got long hair.
She's got long hair.
She's got long hair.
What's happening?
This is not John Cena naked.
No, it's not.
No.
This is much more palatable. I just what a unique. Now, not my place to say. I mean, obviously, Lady Frost is great. She does great stuff. I just what a sudden
Our-
and shocking change.
Our
I couldn't believe it.
favorite murder gymnast.
Our favorite murder gymnast.
Yes.
Basically, I only showed you this so I could get this one line in. Sorg, what's next? Victor Benjamin in a toupee. What are we even doing here?
Did she give
Yes.
frosted tips?
Yes.
Oh
Ha,
no.
ha,
She
see
absolutely
what
did.
you did there. Frosted tips.
Anyway, I hope she's happy with this new look. I thought her look was perfect to begin with, but
Mm-hmm.
shocking.
You always
Truly
have to
shocking.
change it up. You always have to change it up.
I
a little
guess
bit.
so.
Like, don't get me wrong. I think she rocks the short hair
Mhm.
personally,
Mhm.
but I get where she's just you gotta change it. Like when I went blonde, you just have to. If you look the same as your first promo picture, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who told you
Damn, I
that?
gotta change it up.
Me.
It might be time for me to change it up.
I gotta change it up here.
Her looking at her first promo pictures.
Oh my god, yeah. I'm like, please, I can't look like this forever. No makeup. My hair was so short. I was so pale, and I just,
It is fascinating. Like you can always kind of mark like somebody's career where it's like there's learning, and maybe visually like figured their shit out,
Mhm.
right? Like everybody has that kind of phase, right? There's like
yeah.
the body's getting figured out. That this is this. Nobody. We always say like the NXT like they go down, they need to be put in the oven a little longer sometimes, right?
Yeah, they're
like
not done
that's
cooking
kind of
We're
yet.
not
it.
done baking.
Yeah, they're not done baking yet. It's like, oh, you got a shot. I was like, well, you're not done baking yet. You
Yeah.
need to cook a little more and figure your stuff
Yeah.
out. And
because
get it
like
in.
almost everything has been done. So you're getting. It could probably be a little bit overwhelming when you're starting out because you're kind of like, what do I want to be? What do I want to do?
Yeah.
How do I want to adjust my look? And you're just seeing like, if you're doing these shows, you're seeing all these different approaches, and you're just kind of like, it's like an all-you-can-eat buffet. You're just kind of like, what am I supposed to
What
take
do I
from
do?
this? What am I
What do I
supposed
do
to commit
first?
to? It's a big commitment. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So when do you decide? Like, when were you like,
darn
it, it's time. I'm going blonde. Like
Oh.
who'd you see? Who talked to you? When did you were like,
I mean,
It's time.
blonde is always like people get highlights, they'll get lowlights. Like there's always some type of dimension in your hair, and I have very dark brown hair, and I love my hair, and it was virgin hair, and I went and got it done, and so much damage occurred to it. And I was like, this is why I don't do anything to my hair. But I was like, no, like I'm a superstar. I should be changing my look here and there and do something different. That's what you do. And I went blonde and almost cried completely because my hair was completely damaged underneath. Like I remember waking up the next day and it felt like gum was in my hair, and I went like this, and this much came off. Like an entire strand of hair came off, and I was like, oh my god. And Andrew's like, what's wrong? I was like, my hair's falling out, and he thought I was like bald. I wasn't bald. He came running in like, this is the morning, so he's like freshly awakened, and he's like, oh my god. He's like, okay, she's not bald, we're fine. But I was
Here,
like,
have some of
okay.
my hair.
Yeah, he's probably worried it was
right?
contagious.
I was like, can you chop some of your hair off and put it
Is
on
it
my
in the
head?
house? Is it all of us? Oh no!
Yeah, I know.
Thankfully, my sister saved me and took me to her hairdresser, who's about an hour and change from my house, because I trust no one else to touch my hair with color or products except for her. And she has done tremendous wonders to my hair. And I broke her heart when I told her I wanted to go back to brunette because she loves her blonde so much. But I'm going to get highlights soon, so we'll bring it back a
go.
little
Ooh, what
bit.
color?
Slightly. blonde.
Nothing too crazy.
Well,
Just
those are high
Just
lights.
a dip
Like,
into the blonde, not
just-
full on.
No.
I mean, some
No.
people go
I will
like.
never go all the way. I can't do it again. No, it was a lot to keep
I wouldn't
up
say
with.
all the way. I was just like wondering if you were considering any outrageous color options.
do you
I've
have
always
orange
thought
or
about
purple?
getting red
you know?
hair, like dark red hair, but that's a lot to manage,
Mhm.
and I will feel like I'm gonna react the same way I did when I was blonde and cry because I'm not used to it.
Now, there's always like a phase. Maybe I'm thinking more music, but like, do you have like a Lady Gaga phase coming up or something, or
That would be
is there like
cool.
a big shift? You're an artist, so are you gonna be like, come out and look completely different sometime or
I
something
mean,
like
I
that?
should
Is there
do
an idea?
something more bizarre. I mean, I think my style has
Meat suit
definitely
Katie
changed.
Arquette.
Oh, hey
Oh
now.
my god! Could you imagine? No,
I'd hate to be whoever's ring that is. I hate to be that person.
call my gear maker. I'd be like, I have a task of creativity for you.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm racking my brain. I'm trying to think of like drastic like look changes. I'm thinking about two that come immediately to mind. I'm thinking about
When everybody came out with the mustache about a month ago.
when I'm thinking about the fellas.
Except for that.
Yeah.
It's a mustache business
Somebody
now. You might wanna
tried.
tell Andrew.
Somebody tried the mustache recently.
Mike Bennett tried the mustache. Yeah.
No, I'm talking to you.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you tried it. Your
Hey.
wife was so pissed. I trimmed my beard and I thought I was showing too much chin. Okay.
Yeah.
Like a week ago. I'm
Too
just
much
like,
I
chin.
am.
You see this shape? You think that looks good without hair? Mm-mm. I got a weak chin.
Hey, I got.
I got to cover that shit up.
I will say this right now. I never gave up on my mustache. It's just that my beard cannot be stopped. All right.
It's
And it
too
was
much to keep
it
up
was
with.
it was attacking
beard
from
too
all
strong.
sides, and I was just like, no, yeah, beard strong, mustache surrounded, but I have not trimmed it too much. I'm trying to, kind of see where it goes. I'm secretly growing out my mustache while the beard is still there, hoping
Matt
nobody
is actually
notices.
the liver king from Twitter.
Facial hair is a big deal.
Well,
Anyway, on the topic of
well, before you get to that,
dramatic,
I'll hold that for a moment because I do want to give a shout out to our Patreon
Okay.
supporters for a moment before we get too far gone.
Liver
We've
King.
been talking about the what's that?
I said the liver king.
The,
He's a Patreon supporter now.
On the subject of the Liver King, we can thank all those Liver Kings out there at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. You can tell us I don't even know. You can tell me what that word means at goodtimes@wrestlingmayhemshow.com. I don't know where we're going with this. But thank you, everybody, to support the show. Our friends. No, this is the wrong podcast. Oh, no.
We're off.
That's the other
Great
podcast.
Sorg is
start.
very tired.
There
This
is
has been
the.
great.
There
We're only
is
halfway through the
well,
show.
I know that the first one is our friend at the fan of the show level, Bo Diggity.
Woo!
This isn't the right one either. Hold on. And somebody else.
rats in a trench coat.
And rats in a trench coat. And here it is. There we go.
OMG.
Also, Team Hammerfist. I'm sorry. Team Hammerfist messages me on the last day, says I can give you a tour of Full Sail. And I'm like, damn it, I wish I knew Thursday. Oh my God, because I was bouncing around Orlando doing stupid stuff, eating tapas and doing Pirate Cove mini golf.
Yes.
Turns out I know how to mini golf. I haven't done it in like 10 years.
I love putt-putt. It's
Yes.
putt-putt, not mini golf.
Get it right,
Putt-putt.
Sorg.
Oh.
It's putt-putt.
You know what? I worked on a golf course and I don't know this.
It's putt-putt. No mini golf. It's putt-putt.
Yes.
You say
the
mini
putt-putt.
golf, you're wrong.
The putt-putt. I'm very well. I'm often wrong, so because I have a podcast. So, and our friends at Tupac Family, and who also gave me some love over the putt-putt last week. I had a fun. The last hole was a hole-in-one, and
Oh,
Yo,
nice.
and
you get a free game?
Tupac Family. I don't know. I didn't ask.
Put it into the clown's mouth.
I didn't ask. Put in
You
the
should
clown's
ask.
mouth.
Yeah, did you?
Right up Davy Jones' locker.
That's what she said.
Yes.
Why would she say that?
I was playing with Dutters. Why would she say that? Bobby Glove Lover, our friends Dave, Prop Pod Potter, spouse of Rooster Affair at roosteraffair.com, Rats in a Trench Coat, Tony Kincaid, Pizza Club level, Doc Remedy, The Riz, and Lance Fisher, and at the manager level, Bradley and the Mad One. You guys support the show too at patreon.com/Wrestling Wrestling Mayhem Show. We do Patreon things. I don't know what we talked about. Probably rugby, and Matt got more awkward again and everything like that. So, Matt, have you learned?
Julian and I are best friends. now.
Julian, Jay, and you are the best friends.
We're best friends.
Really
and you know
bonded
what
last
really
year?
bonded us? You know why?
Yes.
You know why we're best friends?
Why is that?
Because we share one special thing in common,
Rugby?
and perhaps Katie, perhaps you and I share this in common too.
What?
But the important thing that really bonded Julian and I was just our shared dedication. Just every day we take a moment or two and we just kind of think to ourselves, I wonder what Chris LaRusso's doing right now.
Oh, Christopher.
I miss Chris.
I love you. Where are you? Come out of the shadows.
That's what
because
I
I never
think.
see you anymore. It makes me sad. It hurts my feelings because I know I'm your favorite student you've ever trained in your entire life. So you need to come out and say hi to me and like hang out because I miss you.
We need all of LaRusso students here to
We need
to
a
Oh
duke,
my
LaRusso
gosh.
student
duke it out
reunion.
for Chris's
Chris
love.
LaRusso trainees reunion.
Do they do?
Yes.
We'll do
That's
it.
a
We'll
lot
book
of
it.
people.
We'll book
Has
it.
anyone ever done a wrestling
Now,
school
okay,
reunion
Let's
before?
do some
Mr.
OG
Mr.
training, not anyone that's gone and trained with Chris. It's
Not
who
anyone who
Chris
stinks.
has.
Yeah, only the good ones
Well,
can come back.
Every
It's
good
gonna be
one
like-
has some stragglers in there.
I mean,
Let's
It's
be
gonna be-
real, people. I mean, it's not an easy thing to do, but we all give it our best effort. So OG with Chris LaRusso trainees.
what's that list? What does that look like?
Well, I know my class. It would
Yeah,
be me,
yeah.
Calvin Couture, Ziggy Heim,
Oh, wow.
formerly known as Jinx,
Uh-huh.
the OG, Billy Ruxpin. We still don't know where he is. Dan Murphy, Officer Dan Murphy, Jamie Jameson, Daniel Hooven.
Oh.
This is a good
I
class.
miss Hooven too.
I don't want to forget anybody, but I feel like I am. No, I think that's everyone.
Do I need to pull up that Proving Grounds?
I think maybe, maybe
That was-
2017.
It is one of my favorite classes, by the way.
I think that was if we were, as Calvin puts it, we're the misfit
Mhm.
group. Like
You-
we're all so vastly different.
Mhm.
It's incredible, and we all get along, and we would always do things throughout the year together.
You had like that I love that because it was like everybody had a personality, a thing. You had like the fashionista, the superstar,
Mhm.
movie star thing, whatever Jinx was.
Crazy, crazy.
I couldn't
She's
explain
crazy.
it. I couldn't explain it, but I loved it.
She's like a crazy jumping bean.
yes,
Like that's what she was. Like her
especially that
colors
phase of her.
and,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure she split her lip in the match, and it was perfect for her.
I know she was bleeding,
Yes.
and we're all like, of course.
Like that like
she's
that
gonna
like
bleed.
bleedy mouth thing that looks like the lipstick on the teeth, Courtney Love thing. You
Yeah.
know, I remember getting that shot. I'm just like, that's fucking it. That is.
That's it.
I hope she does a lot more, and God, she did.
She did. She did.
And along that line, very much. So no, that's a hell of a thing. So, but no, that'd be a fun group to get together.
Christopher, if
Mr.
you're watching, we're gonna make it happen. Okay.
There you go. There you go.
Mr.
Chris.
LaRusso's opus.
Chris, we're thinking about you and wondering if you're thinking about us.
Oh,
So,
he is. He
he
is.
mu- he is definitely
He-
thinking. I'm sure he thinks
he's-
about his former students all the time. I don't know
He
if he
still
thinks
hates
about
me.
Yeah.
Easy.
Why?
Easy. Well,
Do you remember our rivalry on the Mayhem show?
refresh our memory for those that haven't been around for 100
Like
episodes.
he kicked. I had the puppet. Somewhere I have a turtle puppet where he kicked
I
it,
was just talking about this.
and I still have the bandages on the puppet from when he kicked it. He had a concussion. Yeah,
Bobby,
serious feud with LaRusso.
Bobby, you want to name drop anyone else who was involved with that puppet while we got the ball rolling here?
Oh, Matanza.
Jeff Cobb.
Jeff Cobb. Yeah, Jeff Cobb was a huge fan of the puppet. He
He
comes
was a
like
huge-
flying up to me. And he's like, "Where did you get that puppet?" He's like, "My girlfriend loves turtles."
That's
And I
fantastic.
went to shake Shane Taylor's hand with the puppet on. I forgot to take him off.
Oh my
It's like
god.
the puppet went everywhere with me.
What was Shane Taylor's reaction to the hand puppet?
He looked at me and he's like, he smiled.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
Oh,
He probably
jeez.
still remembers you though. That's the best thing about
Yeah.
first
Just be like,
impressions.
yeah.
You gave him something to remember
He's
you.
still
Yep.
He's
Yep.
definitely still pays attention to this feed, so I don't know if he's watching the show right
I, mean, I wonder if Shane Taylor's
Hi,
thinking about us
Shane.
right now.
Hi,
Hi, Shane.
Shane.
How you doing?
I heard you had a great match Saturday. I can't wait to get a chance to watch it.
Yes, you did. You wanted to know while you were in Florida.
I
you weren't
I
watching
watched
any other wrestling.
Rampage. I checked in on the wrestling shows that we were producing in West Virginia this weekend, and seeing how Missy was doing. Shows VCW had 3 shows this weekend.
Oh,
We do
dang.
have footage of all of them in some form. I'll put it that way.
Pretty put
I'm looking
together.
at Fridays and seeing if I wanted to see the light of day right now. So it's a bar show. It's weird. I just sent a camera and said good luck.
Oh, it's like fan
Hey,
footage.
look,
you
It's
know?
a kind
I
of
found
is.
him.
Oh no, here he is.
Oh my
See-
gosh.
See the bandages?
Chris, you did this. You did this.
Chris, we
That's a
haven't
life-
forgotten.
That
He's
is.
still concussed.
I'm
Look at
disappointed.
him. Look at it. Look at the gleam in his eyes. They're still
Poor
glazed over.
guy. Chris, how could you do that? Look at him. Rude.
He's sad. He's shy.
Aw.
Anyways, yes, Matt. I don't know what's happened in professional wrestling since Friday Night's Rampage.
That's
and
exciting to
SmackDown.
hear.
So I don't know. Fill me in, because I'm sure somebody here wants us to talk about what happened in the wrestling world, right?
The wrestling world.
So-
Yeah.
Other than
Puppets.
other than
Hey,
other than
Katie,
Papa
did you
Skin
watch
King.
any wrestling over the weekend, or are you kind of like one of those wrestlers who doesn't watch wrestling?
Both.
Yeah.
Both. It's more like tape study now.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
But no, I watched the Oscars in pieces.
Yeah,
I saw
exactly.
YouTube videos.
Someone tells you, "Hey, you got to see this. John Cena's in the nude," and you're like, "Well, I guess I'll see this." And then someone says, "Hey, the American Dragon and Shane Taylor got it on Collision," and you're like, "Well, I'll be checking that out." Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that looks sick on
Mhm.
on every video.
Yes.
I want to see that match so bad because
Yes.
it looks so good.
Yes.
Also worth checking out from that Collision. You should definitely check out Okada and the Young Bucks versus just 3 dudes. It is
Three
an
dudes.
it is an all-time squash match.
Wait, was it like a
It was a 3-on-3
dark
match. Hmm?
Like a dark match, like with extra people, or
No,
I
it
don't know what
was
match
it was a trios match with the Bucks and Okada versus 3 people whose names escape me at the moment.
Oh,
One
okay.
is John Cruz. I know one is John
Okay.
Cruz. You know who John Cruz
yeah,
is,
yeah,
don't
yeah,
you?
yeah. That's
Okay.
that's the Samoa Joe meme flying guy, right?
Yeah, also
Yeah.
known as, you know,
By the way, after that, he's popped up on Ring of Honor so many times.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure like you're sticking around.
that guy gets a lot of work in both gimmicks, so he does a great job. But yeah, it's it is a squash match. The Bucks provide 0 offense. It is Okada beating the snot out of these 3 dudes for like a minute and a half. It is a delight, and it's wonderful. You know, I didn't know I wanted this, but I'm glad I have it now. Okada, evil jerk Okada and the Bucks. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy someone decided to do this, because if Okada would have just come into AEW and just been like, "Yay, Okada, let's have some matches," that would have been fine.
Mhm.
But this is just
He
this
basically
sucks.
replaces Kenny Omega.
It's almost better. It's just it
The best
feels
of
so fresh. It's great. Yeah.
The best thing is the Bucks doing the coin flip when he comes out.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I never, because we talked, like, I remember when you were introducing me to the concept of Okada, Matt. You pretty much alluded to him being New Japan's John Cena, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, and I love that this is the big turn. You know, there was the thing about him just being a jerk to the younger guys over in New Japan.
Yeah,
a
yeah.
bit. So like, I think it's a nice. It really pulls together what the Bucks have been doing the last couple of months.
It's really and it's like Okada getting back to his roots too. Because
Yes.
like when he first came back to New Japan from his excursion, he was just kind of like the arrogant young rich, that was kind of like the roots of the character. The problem was Okada was so damn good, the fans were just like, we kind of like this guy, so they went with that, and it worked out for everybody. But it's fun to see kind of him like exercising these muscles now. It's an exciting new
It's
direction.
almost like a reboot for him
It
coming
is.
over to AEW.
It's a lot of fun.
And I don't feel like they've done that with too many people. They're just like, hey, you're awesome, come on over. Like Ospreay is just Ospreay, right?
Yeah.
Which
Mhm.
does he really need to be anything else right now?
No.
Because
No.
holy crap, that Fletcher match, I was like, it's a TV match. It won't be as big. I mean, wasn't as crazy as that Takeshita pay-per-view match. But when I looked at the thing, and I looked, because I'm watching the DVRE kind of thing, right? And it was just like, this goes on for, I'm pretty sure there's 10 minutes in the show, and this goes till 20 after. What the fuck is about to happen
Oh my
here? You know,
gosh.
and some shit happened.
Yeah, it's just like
it is just two United Empire guys just going at it.
it's just Will
It
doing
is.
Each other.
Will things.
Yeah,
and just,
yeah.
yeah.
And you're just like, it's because we said this about Roderick Strong, that he had that amazing match with Orange Cassidy, just back-breaking him the shit out of him the entire match. And you're just like after he's been in a wheelchair yelling at him for the last 4 months, you're just like, this is like every time you once in a while you get a match that reminds you why the fuck they're here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that was that.
Yeah.
And Ospreay just we've talked him up, announced him back in November that he was coming, and obviously he's had a couple matches, at some little shows in Wembley Stadium, but they were not this. They were not full on Will Ospreay like this.
It was like there's something about these first two matches, this Takeshita match and the Fletcher match.
It's setting the
It's
table.
like these two matches end, and you're just my God, the bar in this company is like so far up there. I'm not sure how many people can actually get over this thing. Maybe a handful of guys can get on this level with Ospreay, but it's crazy. Like we're on another level at this point. And now we're going to get Ospreay versus Danielson at the next pay-per-view.
Oh,
They made that
really?
official on Collision too, Sorg. I'll fill you, bring you up to speed on that one.
Ooh,
That's
that would be
definitely
cool.
happening. What are they going to do?
Wrestle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do.
They're gonna wrestle.
Danielson's he's like, oh, baby, let's go.
he's a kid in a violent candy store right now. Is what he is.
I cannot wait. And the ceiling on that match is, I don't even know where it is. I don't know how far they can go. I don't know what they can do. Maybe they won't. Maybe it won't be as good as the Takeshita match, but the potential there is outrageous.
Yeah.
I just how often do you get can you realistically say, two best dudes on the planet, let's go,
Have fun.
have fun,
Have fun.
Go
Yeah.
at it.
go at
Yeah,
it.
yeah, and that's. Katie, do you have any? Look at the landscape of AEW right now. Do you have any kind of dream matches that you can throw Ospreay at that maybe we haven't talked about yet?
Oh gosh.
I know there's a lot out there.
Hasn't he actually wrestled though yet? Because he's been doing a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I think a really cool one would be him and Adam Cole,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't know when he'll be back.
Yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
that would actually be a really cool match. Or him versus Samoa Joe. I would love to see that match
That'd be
because
fun.
with the offense that he brings and the type of challenger he is, having an opponent like Samoa Joe would really put him in a bind because it's like, what could he do?
The closest thing I can think of is him and Ishii, right?
Yeah.
As a comparative opponent.
But
that's,
Joe
he's
is
always had
Joe-
comparable opponents.
Yeah.
Yes.
Samoa Joe would be different, or even Keith Lee. It's like, what would you do if he was in those positions? He'd have to do something different.
Just Keith Lee just catching his shit when he comes at him. But it's gotta be
Exactly.
crazy. So
I would really like to see Ospreay versus Cole because I think that's
That'd be cool.
I think they're a stylistic match because
Yes.
Cole is the type that can. I've seen. I recall a lot of Cole's matches with Ricochet back in NXT and just the stuff they were able to do, and I'm certain that Cole can do that with Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
I'm still holding on to my my Ospreay Claudio match. I'm hoping we get that at some point.
I want him in Penta.
And and that's funny that
Ooh.
you should say that. I was thinking Ospreay versus Phoenix, but pick a
Oh yeah,
Lucha Bro
Phoenix
and let's
too.
go.
I want them to do more with Penta.
I mean, Ospreay and Fletcher against the Lucha Bros would be kind of a
Yeah,
nice
that'd be
thing
fun.
to see.
but I just want them
You
to do
know?
more with Pentagon.
Mhm.
He's like,
Oh,
I
he
just
was
want more
my
Penta.
Oh, Sorg, I should
want
also
more
bring this
Pentagon.
up that I think this happened on Collision. Pac is back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah.
And he got in Okada's face on Collision, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
In case you need any more matches.
Oh my
Has he been
God.
injured? Is that why
Yes,
he's been
yes.
gone?
Yeah,
Yes.
some sort of illness or something like that. Anyway, it was
They had a comeback promo they played on the pay-per-view a couple weeks ago. So the week we knew he was coming. So he just came out and got in his face.
well, kind of got in his chest. He's a little short, but like the
But
intent
he
was there.
He was there. He's like,
Yeah,
mm.
and the energy was very much I'm in your face.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I won't even try to do a pack voice as much as I want to try.
I would love
Do
for
it.
you to
Do
try
it.
the pack.
Try
Come
it.
on.
You already did it. Come on.
Bastard. I can't.
That was
no. Very weak. See, I know you shouldn't try
5.5,
that. Yeah, I
actually.
know. Don't pressure me, Katie. I
What
can't
was
do
the
it.
last second? So like 50% isn't terrible.
I don't know. I can't commit to it. I'm sorry. It's just
You
not good
can
enough.
you can do it though. I believe in you.
Ask me on the Patreon. Maybe
Okay, confidence.
Talking
I'll
Mayhem
build
Mania.
myself up. Maybe after another beer. We'll see what happens. It's either that,
Where's
it's
your
either that or
lunchbox?
you're going to hate my guts.
Where's
So
your
we'll see what
lunchbox?
happens after the next beer.
Let's see if we can offend another culture this week.
Let me see. I didn't
Oh
okay,
my
whatever.
I don't know.
Gosh.
I don't know. You
You
didn't
talking
see
about
the.
rugby?
Yes, I'm
Rugby?
talking about rugby. I'm talking about
He
rugby.
says culture.
I
I'm like,
love rugby, culture.
Why don't
whatever
you like
that is.
rugby? Why? What's wrong with it?
Let's find out. We're
It's
gonna find
football
out.
with its own rules.
We're gonna find out what Matt hates about rugby after we plug real quick IndieWrestling.us. Join the network. We're on YouTube. A lot of stuff streaming. We are gonna be streaming actually next week. Joining us, I believe they'll be in the studio. Our friends from Pit Fight will be here. And a lot of great friends of the show are going to be part of that. And that's going to be that's always a really big show. And for the first time, we're actually going to be live streaming it on IndieWrestling.us for free. Ooh. I think this is the first announcement of that. So
That's
tune in. It's been a fun show. I'm excited. I haven't been there. Actually, I have never filmed the show. We've sent some people last time it was there.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the first time we're going to do the full production. And we're really looking forward to it. The kids do a fun show. It's been I think I've watched every one of it in some way, fashion or another. And again, a lot of people, 2PW, of course, part of that, helping them out, teaming up with them. And that's going to be at Pitt University out in Greensburg campus.
Pitt Greensburg.
Pitt Greensburg.
I used to live in the apartments across
close
the
to me.
street.
Yes. So we've witnessed a lot of student parties, I bet.
Yeah.
Did they party out there?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Little
They
bit.
have like an apartment section for them, and then they got like just regular apartments.
This is the part
in
where I take
back.
away the ad. So Matt,
So what else did you miss? Let's see.
it's avoiding the rugby.
They're definitely doing. I'm switching over to my SmackDown thinking. now.
Okay.
They're definitely doing The Rock and
Well, it's
Roman
Tiffy
versus
time.
Seth and what's his name? Cody. They're definitely doing that on Night One of
What's his
Mania.
name?
Guy.
What's
Oh.
his name?
Who's the
Cody.
biggest star in the company right now? His name escapes.
Man, who's the
Cody
Hulk Hogan of the
Rhodes?
company right now?
Who's Hulk Hogan?
Cody.
I don't know. Some dude with a beach
You
shop
don't
in
wanna know.
Orlando. I just-
Doesn't he like dab a bunch too?
What?
Yeah, exactly.
His
Oh my God,
pose.
Sork.
What is happening?
Bobby, stick with me on this one. You watch SmackDown, right?
Yeah.
All right.
It's Tiffy time.
Of course it is.
My God,
when is it not?
the Australian reaction to Tiffany Stratton was amazing.
She's over.
Amazing. I had no idea. Like, she just got made by just standing in the elimination chamber. It was great.
Bobby,
Mhm.
what is your understanding of how often we're going to see a Prime logo in the middle of the ring on WWE television? Did they make
Didn't he
did they,
say just PLEs?
starting at Mania or what?
I think it's starting at Mania and then every PLE after that.
There's gonna be a big Prime logo in the middle of the
Yeah.
ring mat.
It's sad.
I love
It's good heel heat. It's sad.
So here's the thing.
It's great heel
All
heat.
right, all right. This is I'm gonna pull back our wrestling mindfulness a little bit here, as I like to do on this show. Listen, if there's something the UFC is doing that you don't like as a pro wrestling fan, you're gonna have to get fucking over it right now, okay?
Tell me how you
Because
really feel.
you're gonna have to get over
Yeah.
it real quick. about the sanctity of your professional wrestling, because WWE is the only company, to my awareness, that has never done this thing.
This is a long time Vince hang up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and there's a lot of money they've left on the table for it. And you know who's
I
who's not going to leave money on the table when it comes to WWE? The people that just fucking bought WWE. Okay, like
hope this makes Gunther mad and he goes after Logan Paul. The ring is sacred.
I would love to see that.
that's
match.
a great angle. You
That's
do
would
a
like to see
great
that.
match.
Yeah.
Gunther versus Logan Paul.
that would yes.
Please make it
Yes.
happen.
Let's go.
Triple H, if you're watching.
What is this Prime logo on my ring?
Just
Oh,
reaches down, just starts
sanctity.
ripping it apart. I can't take it. It's crazy, right? But it's
Yeah.
not that uncommon. Like every other. Like you ever watch like a lucha show in Mexico
Oh my god.
when they have like the ads like on the screen, like behind the ring? They take the hard cam and there's just like a big like automobile ad sitting up there.
Yes.
I'm like,
Those-
this is a company that knows how to monetize right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
It
And
does
they're
get
so
ridiculous.
moving and distracting
I
on
know,
a
it's
giant
crazy.
screen that went across the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
It was one of those triple manias, right?
Right.
It was bonkers.
They think nothing of it. The fans
Yeah.
don't even see the ads. They just
Yeah.
it's gone.
Do
They
you
don't even
do you
see it.
watch hockey? Have you seen hockey lately?
no.
I watch hockey sometimes.
The moving ads on the boards when it
oh,
like
yeah.
goes. I hate that so much.
I think it looks cool because
Hate
the
it.
lights. I'm like, oh, look at it go.
Well, well, I
I'm
go,
like a cat.
having witnessed in person. Having witnessed in person the reaction to the WrestleMania Hollywood last year, where they played the trailer for The Exorcist or whatever it was that was coming
yeah.
out.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever creepy movie they played before the Finn and Edge match, and people booing the trailer
Yeah.
Can't remember
in
what
the
it
stadium.
Right.
Yeah, it was
We had
unforgettable.
like the cinnamon toast crunch thing. Wasn't
Oh,
that one of the
geez.
matches?
Oh
Was
my
that a
God.
Mania
yeah,
match
yeah.
I think
last
That
that
was
was with,
Dom
Yeah.
and Ray.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
that's right.
And people
the
just
Mountain
like
Dew pitch black
I'm like,
match.
of all freaking matches, for
Yeah.
you to have that advertisement, like we built it so much, dad versus son, family drama, yet, oh, cinnamon toast crunch, please enjoy.
There was so much emoji in that match, though.
I just,
It's an emojis.
So wait a minute. Who came up with this concept around the cinnamon toast crunch? Like
Kevin Dunn.
No.
Cinnamon
No,
Toast
no,
Crunch
we-
came up with
we-
it. They
no,
were
no,
like,
no, we
here's some
on
money.
the show, we came up with a backstory about this. Remember?
Did you kayfabe this?
I don't.
I was
what?
absent.
There was we talked about this on the show after that, and maybe it's just something we came up with while we were sitting there just amazed at this situation. That maybe like cinnamon toast crunch was what Dominic like loved as a kid or something,
You're
and
trying
and,
to
and
add-
Ray
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is my
kept it
real
away
dad.
from him.
you're trying
you
to add a
know.
story to
Yes,
this.
I'm trying to add a story to
As
this.
if that's-
You
that
know,
makes
and
you
then
feel
Ray
better.
was mocking Dom and getting in his head, okay, by dancing out there with a lucha cinnamon toast crunch guy.
Do you think when Ray was beating Dom's ass and saying like, "You're not gonna get cinnamon toast crunch for breakfast tomorrow"?
We're
because
not buying the
it's
sugary
just- that's-
cereal.
yeah.
We're not buying
No
the
more
sugary
sugary
cereal.
cereal. You get the
Cheerios are bust, kid. Cheerios are bust.
You get unfrosted Pop Tarts.
That's right.
I really wish Eddie Guerrero would let me have it.
Those
will
things
live
are
in this
awful.
hell.
My
I will
mom,
live in this
my
hell.
mom would buy them. She's like, it has less sugar. I'm like, it's a fucking Pop Tart.
That's
It's supposed to have
Wait,
sugar.
what's
Oh,
inside the
Tell us
Pop-Tart?
more. I want to hear more about your childhood now.
I
No
wanna-
toaster
Did she get?
strudels,
She didn't
Tell
buy
me-
the.
no frozen waffles, no fun sugary.
Is
She
this-
didn't get you the frosted mini wheats, did you? She got you the
No. I got
unfrosted mini
Special
wheats.
K,
That's a
the
curse.
chocolate delight,
We
which
gotta-
wasn't bad.
Yo, we're gonna get a Pop Tart sponsorship for your next big match, okay?
I honestly
mean,
would love it.
I would
My
like to
favorite
see-
Get in
Pop
your
Tart.
head.
I'm gonna pull a Britt Baker right now. So if any fans are watching, I love Pop Tarts, and my favorite Pop Tarts are chocolate fudge and s'mores. So if
Those are good.
anyone would like to bring me some Pop Tarts at the next couple of shows I have,
Oh,
I will
no.
not be upset. He's also pulling like a Gabriel Iglesias where he talks about chocolate cake and then he gets all this chocolate cake, which I also love. So, and my birthday's coming up in May.
Hey,
So,
come on, let's get going. Let's
Pop
do it.
Tarts and chocolate cake.
This wrestler is clearly needs sugar badly to perform.
It keeps my
But
energy
for just
up.
a box of s'mores Pop-Tarts, you could power her through an entire match.
Yes.
In
Call
the
1-800
arms of the angel.
Yes. Yes.
Exactly. Won't
That's
you
the second
do
time I've been on
something
it we've done
to
that.
help this wrestler?
Please.
We're hitting all the
So
classes.
you definitely
We're
got
hitting all the
unfrosted
classes,
mini wheats when you were a kid. is that
No,
right?
no. I did get frosted because that was my dad's favorite.
Oh, nice.
He loves frosted
This
mini
guy
wheats.
likes-
So I like frosted wheats. That was the only sugar. I'd put the frosted part down on the spoon. So that was the first thing to touch my tongue. I'm like, sugar.
Maximize the sugar intake.
That's a good move. That's a good move. They had sorry, you won't know this because you don't watch football. But Bobby, you remember when they had the Pop-Tarts Bowl last year?
Yeah.
What?
yeah.
And they dropped the Pop-Tart. They had a frosted Pop-Tart mascot that was lowered into a toaster as if it was descending.
It cooked itself.
I saw this on the
As if
internet.
it was
I saw this on
descending
the
into
It was
hell.
the greatest.
But we should see if they have an unfrosted Pop-Tart mascot, and then we'll bring it to a wrestling show, and you could kick its ass.
If any fan brings me unfrosted Pop-Tarts, I'm not taking any pictures with you, and I'm throwing them away.
This is a whole angle. This is
I like
great.
this a lot.
This is gonna be great.
See,
I
when
just
I
wanna
was,
say-
I feel like our moms might have had something in common because I didn't have a lot of the sugar cereal when I was young. It was like Cheerios, not
Lucky
just
Charms.
plain old
Yeah.
Cheerios. But and then one time mom got like Kicks, and I thought she'd gone ham because it had the slightest hint of
Of, like,
sweetness to it. I was
sugar
like, oh
on
my
it.
God, there's something to this,
My mom once threw a box of Kicks at me, and I laid on the floor like the Macho Man and coughed. So I didn't want to get in trouble.
Oh my gosh. I mean, that's why I love Cheerios so much. People are like, that's such a plain cereal. I'm like, that's all I had.
It's all we had. Yeah.
Yeah.
People
yeah,
don't know.
I hear that too. Yeah.
Know how hard it
Wow.
was getting them to upgrade to that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cereal
Oh,
store, the one with the
man.
marshmallows. You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
man.
That was the best cereal.
Didn't matter how many times I asked,
Chex
it
with
never came home.
marshmallows.
No.
I asked for the Nintendo cereal system, no matter how much it hurt my mouth.
Shards of
Oh,
Captain
man.
Crunch.
I was just about to say, Captain Crunch is always going to hurt your mouth. When you, But you're like,
Yeah.
it's so
Shards.
good. It's one for their spoonful.
The pain feels so good. On
All
that note,
shards.
on that note, man, that should turn into a Slice ad. Man, but that's not what we have right now, guys. I think it's time. Man, we've really dived deep into sugary childhood
Yes.
trauma here with Katie Arquette.
I told you we'd come up with something to talk to her about, so you don't have to worry.
If you're going to talk about food, I'll gladly talk about food. The good, the bad, the ugly, the amazing.
Oh my God. We're going to take a break, and because we need to take a breath.
Oh, good. I have to pee. I have to pee so bad.
We're not in the
I'm
break
breaking
yet.
the
We're
seal.
not in the break
I'm
yet.
breaking the seal. I can't do it anymore.
We're going to be back. Is Mayhem Mania going to be right back after this?
Look who has returned. And as exuberant as the pastor is, he is going to be inside the ring ropes with a very dangerous man. Pastor CeeLo with the collection plate out, always taking a few donations over Patrick Hayes. And he is going to what I'm talking about right there. Remy LeVay looking to put a lot of doubts to rest about his mental state. And the Origin can take that position going into 2024 about Remy LeVay or the Origin. He got caught, and Remy made him pay. On the one hand, it's great to have. He can't go 0-2. Promotion like Remy LeVay has. There's no way that Remy LeVay is at a. CeeLo avoids the contact again here. Backpack stunner. And if there were doubts, they have been answered for the Origin, forced to defend their title. 30 years in the game. So, Eddie
Combined over 50 years of experience. The entire audience is a splash zone team, and now Cal use the fan. The lassoer of Lynn.
Pondo's got that chair.
Pondo. Superplex. Good Lord!
There's the stop sign. Oh!
Then we got fire! We got fire! Season, Beastman being taken down with the chain. Raising their hands again, there is a reason. The horror continues. Anymore, this is just the name of sickness.
Thankfully, the Beastman able to have some sort of reprieve.
Around, don't miss a moment. We'll be back in just a little bit. They have been. The targets of this group.
He has been considered a pro wrestling prodigy.
Victory, but also, we alluded to it before, but Keith Hott make the most of them. Here's the running of the Bearcats. Improving it, knocking down. It's a bit of a 3-on-1 situation.
And especially with the stakes that we have.
At the boot of Keith Hott of a small bear contest of Road to Victory 2023. It's the Bearcat, made of sturdy stuff. This Michael Enrico forced to go on defense. Maybe a battle of cardiovascular.
Up in the muscles, without that oxygen. Could be going for a home run swing, but again, we're seeing that numbers game.
One more time, and this match is over.
The Bearcat is getting mugged.
And Jamie and Jameson and together against the machinations of David Lawless.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, and during that break, I think we all learned about something, about each other, about who's on the show, about Katie Arquette,
Hey.
and how many Trulies she's willing to drink.
I need another one, actually.
There's one in there if you want to grab it.
I just sat down, and this couch swallows
Sorry,
you.
we don't have a producer tonight. Are you just offering your open beer to her?
Either that or clink.
I don't. Oh, yeah, clean.
Like, okay,
I
there
like
you go.
beer.
That's what we learned. Matt Carlins. What the hell
Julian
is
Jay's best friend.
Julian Jay's best friend, Matt Carlins? What is happening now?
Sorg. It's time. Take a look.
Take a look.
Thanks, Dwayne. It's time for Mayhem Mania. That's right, the internet's favorite fantasy booking game.
Yeah!
Now with 50% more animals.
Woo! Oh, God, yeah.
Gosh.
If you missed our
Oh,
last
man.
episode, well, we'll bring you up to speed. Anyway, we have a fantastic crew here to play. Some you may know from the past, some you may not know, some you may not see, but will only be here in spirit. That's okay. Because,
They found me down by the creek.
Bobby, I didn't mean you, my friend. Oh, by the way, quick mention. Make sure you head on down to Slice on Broadway, get the Mayhem Mania home game. That's right. Just rip off the lid. You're good to go.
It's amazing.
SliceOnBroadway.com, Yinzer, Maine, New York City style, all kinds of locations in the Pittsburgh area.
Thank you very much, Sorg. Now, the object of Mayhem Mania is to create the best WrestleMania card possible within the boundaries of the reality in which we all live. So every week, people come on, they create some matches. Some of these matches, they're pretty good. Some of them last 3 weeks without being altered by our players in any way. And in that case, they are ascended. They graduate to the super super card, and we have 3 matches that have graduated. Katie, this one might look familiar.
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley versus Chelsea Green.
It's awesome.
Great job, Matt.
I want to see
I mean, you did it.
I did it.
You did it.
Look
It
at
felt
that.
like a long time ago, but you did it.
That's a moneymaker right
It
there.
is a moneymaker. I love that match.
So much
I like
drama.
Rhea. I like Chelsea. She's very underrated, and I think this is a good match.
100%.
And obviously everyone else did too, because it passed through 3 rounds. It was never altered. It's on our super card. It's locked in, and
I just know
congrats
what I'm
to you.
talking
You
about.
just know what you're talking about. You're a taste maker. You're a trendsetter, and so
Yes.
we'll move on. Should we go through the other 2 that are on the super card? Here we go. Also graduating this match, AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus Finn Balor. That was made by Brandon and KC, which feels like 2 months ago. Nikki Cross versus Thea Hale. That was made by
Nice.
DP. That just graduated, I think, the week prior. So, yeah,
that
we're
would
doing
actually
pretty good.
be just going on that match again. That would be so cool because they're both crazy.
I know.
Crazy in different ways.
Very fast.
Yes.
very
you almost
hyper.
got like a yes.
A lot of energy.
Yes.
Yeah, it would be great.
Yes. I
Uh-huh.
was like, maybe if I pause, he'll say what I'm thinking next. So we did it. High five.
This is going so much better than with
I
Julian
love
last
that
week.
Matt is just like making friends on the show here on the
I
couch.
mean, this is great. Okay, so Katie,
Yes.
this is very exciting. You've not only had a match graduated, but you've been kind enough to once again grace us with your presence, so you can get your full slate of rewards for having a match graduate. Now,
Hey, what does that entail?
well, I'm glad you asked. Now, as we like to tell people all the time, you are free to book anybody you want that basically WWE has access to. Of course, if they're injured in real life, you can't use them if they're in jail.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Fair.
Or also, you cannot use individuals that are placed in a location that we lovingly refer to as space jail. Remember space jail, Katie?
Yes, I remember.
All right. Well, we've got some people in space jail right now: Dominic Mysterio, Pat McAfee, Mordecai, Jade Cargill. Which one of those did you put in there?
I thought I put in.
Pat McAfee. You sent
Yeah,
Pat McAfee
yeah,
to
it was
space
Pat
jail.
McAfee.
Don't know
What'd Pat
how
do?
long that grudge goes back, but okay. You, Pat McAfee, or unfrosted Pop Tarts?
Yeah,
Who's
did you
lower
run
on the-
into Pat
Oh,
McAfee at a
God.
Target in Plum or something, or like years ago, and be like, this
No,
fucking guy?
I mean, honestly, I'm just probably being myself, and I think he's being a lot, so I'm just judging him harshly. But he just needs to bring it down a peg. I don't know.
Okay.
I
I
don't
just
know.
thought something about what did he ever do in Pittsburgh came out of your mouth whenever you said it there. It was amazing. And I was starting to wonder what happened.
No.
Anyway, surely. So we've learned about one individual in the wide world of wrestling that you hold a grudge against. Perhaps there's somebody else that would do, because as
we don't
part
have
of your
enough time
reward,
on this show.
you
if we're
get to
gonna talk about the
send-
grudges I have in Pittsburgh.
well, you get to send.
We'll bring that back up on Patreon.
Well, long story short, you get to send one more person to individual to space jail. You could also send an animal to space jail. That would certainly not be totally out of bounds.
No, I can't do that. No. animals.
So Katie, I offer you the privilege of sending someone or something else to space jail at this very moment. Would you like to send someone to space jail?
Logan Paul.
Double
He's
Jeopardy.
already been to space
He's already
jail.
there.
What?
Oh,
we
he's out?
should go back.
All right,
You know how many
Logan
times I
Paul-
played Monopoly
Okay,
and had to go
what-
back to jail? He can go back to jail. Don't
Logan
pass
Paul
go, no
was
place
in
to go, no.
space jail already. He escaped from space jail, and we, aka me, I have a strict rule that there is no double jeopardy on Mayhem
Morgan Freeman
on
also
space
has that
jail.
rule.
So you can't send them back. You're gonna have to find a third person in wrestling that you really dislike and you want to send to
Dang
space
it.
jail. A third person or animal or even a thing.
Thing.
I mean, if
A
is there a gimmick match, a stipulation that you hate? You could do that too. 'Cause
Objection,
stipulations will
leading
come-
the witness.
Point of order is the proper
Objection.
terminology, Sorg.
Actually, I'm glad you did that. Legos. We're sending Legos.
Legos to
Jail.
space jail.
Because
Excellent.
I've never used Legos in a match,
Legos.
but it looks like the most awful, horriblest,
You
just
don't even want to
wrongest.
see somebody else in it?
Well, maybe, but that's why it's going to jail. I don't
Excellent.
Want it anywhere near.
I love it. It's fantastic. Pick a number between 1 and 24 for the cell number that we will place the Legos in?
7.
7. Excellent. All right. Well done. 7. Cell 7. Where Legos now reside. Have
Doing
Sword.
hard time.
Sword.
See this pile of Legos.
Have fun.
This hodgepodge pile of Legos.
It's gonna be like Lego Batman in the graphics
Or
on the Legos.
it's just like a Lego Harry Potter castle just sitting there with a dim light
Just
on it.
smashing
yeah.
it.
And it'd be like the depressing theme song, like, everything is awesome.
How am I gonna put this in the graphic?
A Sorg. Sorg.
And then-
not my problem.
Slightly off frame is Otis eating a steak.
That's right.
No! Now I remember why I didn't want you back, Bobby.
Space Jail, presented by Slim Jim, now includes Mordecai, Pat McAfee, Jade Cargill, Dominic Mysterio, and Legos. I freaking love it!
Yas.
Yes!
Legos.
Katie, now for the fun part.
Oh, boy.
You can see on here we have 7 matches on our undercard. I'm going to run through them for the people, and then in a moment I will ask you to create a completely new match to fill the 8th slot on here so that we can proceed with the game. But let me run through the other 7 matches because I think Sorg has the animations here ready to go.
Check my work here.
Check
It was a
your
rough
work.
week. Please check my week.
Yes, let's see
All
how
right.
we're doing here.
Okay.
First up, we go. That's right, Drew McIntyre and his cat versus Natalia and her
What the
cat
heck?
versus Zelina Vega and her cat,
Love it.
created
All
by.
the cats look the same.
Listen, I was
DP.
traveling. These are representative cats, okay?
I believe
And-
those are catch-all cats. Those
catch-all cats.
Those are extras.
Yes.
Extra
yes.
cats. I
That's,
believe Zelina's cat is named Tomato. I believe that's the name of
Tomato?
Zelina's cat. Right?
Potamo. Potamo,
Who?
I think. Potamo.
Tomato. They said tomato last week.
Potamo.
was
No,
the name
no.
of
I
the
think they
cat.
say it a
Potato.
different way.
It's potato.
Oh, they
Potato?
spelled tomato then. Tomato?
Potato. Akuna
Potato? It's
Matata.
potato? Is it potato or
I don't
tomato?
know.
Hakuna
Or
potato.
tomato or potato? All
Let's
right.
call the whole thing off.
I thought.
It means
only.
it doesn't matter.
Sorg, any other matches?
there
you'd like
might
to
be a
shove?
couple here,
Bobby Roode versus R-Truth, created by
R-Truth.
Alex Cars.
Thank you for bringing Glorious back into my soundtrack.
Glorious.
What else we got here? Roxanne Perez versus AJ Lee versus, I'm sorry, created by Tina.
Versus
like
Tina.
that.
I mean, if only. Oh yes, Dragon Lee versus Asuka, created by our old pal Sorgatron,
At
the Podfather. Fate gave us that one. The Core versus Metaphor, created by the anonymous Mayhem Mania
This is my
general manager.
Favorite graphic work I've ever
That's
done.
some good stuff right there.
By the way.
Why don't they re-release the Core shirt?
I know.
Carmelo Hayes versus Kazuchika Okada.
Oh, no.
Yes, I know. We'll get to that.
Okay.
Anyway, it was created by Julian J.
Put a pin in that one.
Put a pin in me. Pete Dunne. Pete Dune
There you go.
versus Kevin Owens,
Yes.
created by
Yes.
Brandon and KC.
Yes.
That's 7. All right, excellent.
Dang.
Katie, you've had a moment.
Does it have to be anyone that's not on here already?
You
Or
can't
Space
book them
Show.
twice, so yes, you
Okay.
got to come up with some new people, but you can create anything
Who's
you
going to
want.
do 2
You
matches
don't-
in one night?
you do
That's
not
crazy
have to-
booking.
True,
You don't have to
that's
change
true.
anything. All you have to do is make a match.
Just add one.
Right
and it
there.
doesn't have, and it could be anyone wrestling.
Yes, and it's going to go right there
As long
on
as
that.
Myself.
WWE has access to them. Yes, that is a
Can't
good
do
point. I
myself
did
a
tell you that a few weeks ago. It's very
Yeah.
excellent that you recalled that. Katie, I understand that you are a tremendous professional wrestler, but I
Thank
must
you.
politely request that you not book yourself, your
Boo.
significant other,
What?
or your pets in any
What?
matches.
That is not fair. Ugh. Okay. Let me see. I think I'm going to do. Well, wait. What about the graduated matches? Are they fair game? Oh my
Those people,
gosh.
you can't reuse
And they're
those people.
locked into the show.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're
The
on.
Okay.
The deposit has been made.
The deposit has been
Yeah.
made. Okay. I'm going to do
The Transient Hotel has been paid for.
John Cena
Mm-hmm.
versus
Nudity.
Brie Bella.
Whoa.
I can make that happen.
Whoa.
That is a. That's
I
a
thought
match.
it was. I was
Brie
gonna
Bella?
say Nikki,
Okay, very
but then
good.
I was like, that might be a little awkward. So
This will be
Brie.
more fun.
Yes, way more fun. Plus, it's crazy. It's a crazy match. So
Vince Averill calls Brie mode fast forwarding Raw. Primo.
Primo.
Andrew hates that. He's like, Primo.
Absolutely fantastic. One more. You've done a great job.
Thank you.
We gotta have a couple more things for you to take care of.
Do I get to spin the wheel?
Yeah.
I get to spin it.
Who spun the wheel? Oh,
Andrew spun it last
He did a terrible
time.
job too.
I know.
Okay. No,
I love
we
you.
understand. Hold on. Let me make sure I tell everybody. The Legos are in cell number 7.
Yes.
Dominic is in cell 24. Jade is in cell 2. Pat McAfee's in cell 15. Mordecai's in cell 10. Let's spin the wheel and see if anyone escapes from space jail tonight. Wheel of space jail. Turn. Tell us the lesson. We should like 15. That's Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee
Damn
has
it.
escaped from space jail.
What?
How about
You freed
it?
him.
I demand a respin.
You
I
put
mean,
him
that's-
in, then you freed him.
You do risk letting someone else out. We can't.
It
let
better
anything
not be Legos. I want to see that match graphic.
Trade
All right.
Pat McAfee for Legos.
I tell you what a
Yes.
year for space jail. 3 escapes already, Sorg.
Oh, at least have
That's
a spot
crazy.
to put the Legos.
Okay, so whenever folks show up in person, we give you an opportunity to hand out some punishment to one of our players. Basically, you will force upon them some sort of stipulation upon which they have to perform their moves. So last week, we forced one of our players, I believe it was the anonymous Mayhem Mania general manager, we forced them to use at least one wrestler from NXT, and they did. They went over and above, and they used 4 wrestlers from NXT.
Yes, metaphor.
Let's,
4.
And the
That's how we
core.
got metaphor.
I mean,
versus
technically,
the core.
the core is mostly NXT people too.
I don't
so.
know how they pulled that out of thin air, but I was impressed. I thought that
Ezekiel Jackson in
stipulation.
years.
Oh my God! It's before
Looking
he had.
good.
It's when he had both of his eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Good
Oh,
point.
gosh.
So let's see. What should we force? You know, I sometimes I feel like there's not enough current star power on this on this card. So maybe we should do a must book a current title holder
Whoa.
in WWE,
Whoa.
and that will be the stipulation for the for whoever you choose to be handed this punishment. What was that?
I
sound? Pretty
volunteer as
good?
tribute.
Wait, what?
You will decide which individual player will receive this punishment, but
Okay.
whoever you choose will be forced to book at
don't-
least
don't-
one
don't pick-
current
don't-
WWE title holder.
And don't pick Bobby because he's over there raising his
Yeah,
hand.
he's all
I
excited.
volunteer as tribute.
This week's
It's a punishment.
this
He
week's
wants it.
players that are eligible for you to use. I think we found Tina, so
Yes,
Tina's
yes,
here.
yes.
Oh,
Okay,
boy.
you can choose to hand this punishment to Bobby, who wants it.
Okay.
DP, who probably wants it too. Tina, or our pal Chad the Shad, who rarely comes on the show, and I don't know how he would feel about it. So which
He
of
has a
those?
cat.
Oh gosh.
Does he have a cat? Don't book your
He has
cat.
a cat.
He's a cat.
No booking cats
No.
unless they're with
Don't
wrestlers.
put the
Anyway,
Don't put the
Um,
cat in the knapsack.
This is Maxwell Jacob Feline.
Oh.
Aw.
MJF.
All right, I have to go with Bobby.
all right, Bobby, lucky
Sorry.
you.
Have to.
All right. All right. Well, you've done a great service.
Thank
and now
you.
we will
I
proceed.
should
with-
mention that two of the superstars are already booked on Mayhem Mania.
Yeah.
so-
That's gonna put Bobby in a tight spot. That's a real shame, huh?
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it's too bad.
I got a match.
Yeah. He's good to go. Don't worry. Okay, let's get going. First up, our first move is going to come from Julian J, my best friend. Hey, buddy.
My
Um,
goodness.
Pals.
We're pals. Anyway, last week, Julian J booked Okada versus Carmelo Hayes. And everyone went, Okada? And I was like, yeah, I mean, we don't know for sure yet. So, okay, I'll let it.
And not
And then-
24 hours later.
Less than 24 hours later, he was all elite. So we ran into this last time earlier this year. This what do we call this? Year or season or Mayhem Mania?
Season.
Season. Mayhem Mania, we had a situation where someone booked CM Punk, and as old Phil is prone to doing, he immediately injured himself. So we said, "No, okay, just come back, and we'll let you make a move."
We call it a constitutional crisis.
He was injured when they said his name when they picked him.
Yeah, and and we just, you know what, you come back. You know, we don't want to make it, totally ruin your match. So just come back just to make it right. So same offer to Julian. Julian came through, and he said, "I will make it right, and we will get rid of Okada, and in his place, it'll be Carmelo Hayes versus Gunther." Gunther, everybody, the Intercontinental Champion. Now there are 3 title holders who've already been booked. So Bobby, it will be you're next, and then it'll be DP, and then it'll be Tina, and then it'll be Chad the Shad batting cleanup.
Can I swap somebody out of that match?
You most certainly can.
Here comes the counter.
As you know,
90 seconds
we will
on the
see here
clock.
that you could swap individuals inside of the card, swap one person out, swap one person in, kill a match entirely, bring in an entirely new match, add an individual or a tag team to a match, make it a 3-way, make it a 4-way, make it a handicap match. I don't know. These people are crazy. They'll do anything. They're booking cats. Bobby, what do you got?
Just gonna sit here for the next 70 seconds.
Okay, let's think about it.
Possibilities are endless.
Possibilities are endless. Bobby.
What did we talk about earlier tonight? A certain Prime logo in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
Versus starting a feud with Gunther.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swap out Carmelo Hayes and put in Logan Paul since he's out of space jail now.
Good idea. I like it.
I want to see Logan Paul get his ass kicked.
Me too.
And for the record, for the first time ever at
Point of
WrestleMania,
order.
I'm actually going to be rooting for Randy Orton.
Whoa!
You root
That's
for him
that.
against the
If
Fiend?
you know me, you know that I don't care for Randy Orton, but I'm going to be rooting for him this year.
Dang.
So
Why don't you like Randy Orton?
Oh,
never did.
Man, you didn't see
Never
this guy.
did.
You didn't see this guy like almost anger stomp out of a Buffalo Wild Wings when Randy Orton won the Money in the Bank one time.
I love Randy
Oh
Orton.
my
And
god!
then AJ sent me that figure that said "out of nowhere" with Randy Orton. So
I
yeah,
love Orton. I love Randy.
He's a wrestler's wrestler, Sorg. All the wrestlers
Absolutely.
love Randy.
And he looks like he's having a good time.
Just having a good old time.
Yes, I love
Happy Randy.
I love happy good time Randy so much.
Indeed. Who's next
Yeah.
here? Okay, let's get DP. Tina, you're on deck. DP, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
All right, DP.
Okay.
DP,
Okay,
please,
so-
God, no more animals.
No. Well, let's put it this way. Wait a minute. No more animals, but I'm going to.
I swear to God, I'll never invite you on this game again.
Oh my god.
Well, no. I love Asuka. However, I'm
Same.
removing Asuka from the match.
Okay.
Wait a minute. And I'm replacing Asuka in the so facing Dragon Lee
Uh-huh.
will be Dragon Off.
Okay.
that makes sense.
Dragon on dragon.
Dragon on
Now,
Dragon.
now, you didn't ask mythical creatures. I'm a big supporter of mythical creatures on this. You know, I'm fine with that. I mean, it's real animals I've got the problem with. That's where I
It's the
draw the
cats
line,
that have the
Sword.
issues. Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Right.
an owl bear.
John
versus
Unicorn
John
Ranzotti.
Cena.
I don't know who that is.
You just watch Katie. The Cena Brie match is going to coast right through. You're going to be amazed.
Gonna be
These
great.
people are crazy. All right. Thank you very much, DP. Tina, you're up. Chad the Shad's on deck. Hi, Tina.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
How's Seattle?
not as rainy.
Oh,
That's great.
Amazing.
Let's see here. Can I see that card, Matt?
Sure. Sorg.
Hold it above all the logos, please. Oh,
I got you.
90 seconds on the clock.
90 seconds.
Oh, we're right on top of the thing. Hold
To the
on.
left.
No, go the other way. Go
To
the
the
other way.
left.
No, the other way.
It's in front of the
let's-
matches.
Yeah, it's blocking the
in front of
match.
you.
No,
To
the
the
other
right,
way.
to the
Right.
right.
You're right.
There you go.
There we
Let's
go.
go ahead and get rid of R-Truth and Bobby Roode.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh, man. That is
That's not
ice
glorious.
cold. All right. What do you got?
I'm going to right a wrong from what I did last week, and I'm going to go ahead and put in Carmelo Hayes versus Cody Rhodes.
Oh, see, we got where you wanted to
Good.
be. That's good.
A
I'm
good
glad.
one.
Carmelo
That would be
versus
good.
what's his name? Cody.
What's his name?
What's his name?
Cody Rhodes.
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 Tina, I'm glad you finally got to make that one. Good for you. Well done. Let's find Chad the Shad and his cat. Chad, and your cat.
The cat's gone.
Great, a chat.
Oh no.
The cat's gone.
Oh,
But his name is Maxwell Jacob Feline.
don't.
That's cute.
Don't
Or
make up.
Maxwell Jacob Fowler for my last name. So either way, the initials are MJF.
He's better
Does
than
he-
you, and you know it.
He's better than your cats, and you know it.
Oh no.
Please tell me it has a Burberry collar.
No, he doesn't wear a collar. He can't be held down like that.
Okay, it's a free cat, free range cat.
Yeah.
Freaky.
Yeah, he's house cat though. He's house cat.
House cat.
How's everybody
cat.
doing? Congratulations on 900 episodes, Sorg. I was sorry I missed.
Yes, no, it's
the
fine.
Yeah,
bang.
same.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
A true
It's great.
legend.
it's great. So I guess I get to make a move here, huh? I haven't made a Mayhem Mania move for a long time.
That's
I
right.
want-
You've been
I-
suspended for a good long time.
I want.
You used to host it.
As a previous host, yes. Let's all call to the effect that Matt Carlins no longer has the Mayhem Fantasy Football Championship.
That's right.
Get a nice
That's
round of
true.
applause
That's
for
true.
that.
Just
out of
let's
his
all
clutches.
bring up 4 straight championship games, 4 straight years in the championship game, which my son pointed
very-
out sounded a lot better than 3 straight victories and then you lost. So
Don't bring
I
up the
like that
Bills.
one. I like 4 straight championship game appearances. That's
It's
love-
very
you know
well
what?
done.
You know what I love
Very
about the
well
Mayhem Fantasy League? It's something that happens around the show that I have zero to do with involvement. And I just know this thing happens over here and uses the name, and I have no idea what
You-
is happening in this other
Sorg,
world.
Sorg,
It's in the Mayhem multiverse.
Sorg, you were called upon to be an owner in our fantasy football league one season, and you did not embarrass yourself as bad as some people have embarrassed
Oh,
themselves
yeah?
in this league.
I stopped looking at it after
You
3
did-
games.
It was fine. Yeah, you did great.
And I'll just make a quick note. What happened in the past 24 hours is going to make this season very interesting.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy out there. Got running
Steeler
back
country.
musical chairs out there.
Steeler country.
Steeler
Let's
country.
weld.
Let's ride.
As well.
You guys have fun. That's all I gotta say.
Oh yeah. Wait, you're telling me this isn't going to be any fun?
Oh, it's gonna be
Are we getting
fun.
buyer's remorse on a $1.2 million quarterback?
Is it
That's
gonna
rough.
be dangerous? Get it?
Are you telling us
Get it?
Sierra doesn't want to come visit Pittsburgh?
Are we making football references right
Yes.
now? Okay, I just
Yeah.
want to double check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did
totally.
everybody get it out of their system? Tina, any
There
other
you go.
Russell
Yeah.
jokes you want to get out real quick?
Nope, not at
No?
all.
Anything else? No? You'll see. That's what you just said. You'll see. You'll see.
I was scared, Matt. I thought you were gonna the all-time record holder for our league is 5 championships in a row, held by myself. So
Yep.
you were threatening that.
Yeah,
That was many
I-
years ago.
I know. I
but
wasn't even in the league back then, so I don't really even
Yeah,
think
it
your
was-
championships should count. Really,
I
mean,
built the
wasn't there.
foundation that you won your championships on.
I
so
know. I built my
Remember,
I built my house
remember
on
the,
top of your
remember
basement.
the past.
Remember.
Remember when?
Remember when?
All right, so I was gonna make some changes here, but as we've gotten to my position, oh hi Katie, I'm sorry, I forgot to say hi Katie. As I was getting to my turn, a lot of people just started making other changes to matches I was thinking of making changes to. So I'm going to leave those alone. I'm going to be gracious, I suppose, even though this is a game of cutthroat aggression.
Yes.
Let's go
Hurt
with
feelings.
adding a wrestler to a match.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to add this wrestler to the KOP Dune match.
Ooh.
Excellent.
Let's go ahead, turn that into a triple threat with Chad Gable.
Okay. All right.
Deserves it.
Ready,
Gable.
ready, willing, and Gable.
Thank you.
I like it.
I like it.
Sounds
of-
good.
lot of-
Do I say that about
A lot of
everybody?
technicality in that match. And then
can
there's
never
Kevin Owens too.
Yeah.
I love Kevin Owens.
It's amazing.
He's like a foot taller than both of them. That'd be amazing.
I'd like to see Kevin Owens get that slow German suplex.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like to see him like hit the cannonball, like stack them up in the corner and do the cannonball.
Just think of what Owens can do on his way back, like the mannerisms. He'd
He'll be
really play
yelling.
it up.
Yeah, the yelling. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's up to
Aloha
pick up all
Arn.
night on him
Yeah.
on the way back.
Chad, why are you suplexing me so slow?
Hurry up, Chad! I can't
Dramatic
stay up here
effect.
forever. All right, thank you very much, Chad, and I really appreciate you coming on and making a move. It really does mean a lot to us to have you back on the show. You're a true
Thanks
OG.
for
so.
thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I've always be back. At schedules and stuff is a little rough, but of course, I always come back at some point.
Are you still a Patreon supporter, Chad? Is that true?
No, I see. At one time, I was actually working for the Podfather, so I decided not to mix money with. It's he's going to give me money. I'm just going to give it back to him.
Yeah, that gets a little
I'm
weird.
getting you mixed up with Dr. Remedy again. I was good. Oh, okay, well,
Yeah.
let's run through the card real quick.
Easily.
Tell everybody where we are right now. Let's take a moment to appreciate the fact that this cat match is still on the card. Natalia and her cat versus Drew McIntyre and his cat versus Zelina and her cat Tomato, created by DP. Carmelo Hayes versus Cody Rhodes, created by Tina. Roxanne Perez versus AJ Lee, created by Tina.
Nice.
Chad Gable versus Kevin Owens versus Pete Dune, created by Chad the Shad. Metaphor versus The Core, created by the anonymous Mayhem Mania general manager. Ilya Dragunov versus Dragon Lee, created by DP. Gunther versus Logan Paul, created by Bobby F. J-Town. And finally, John Cena versus Brie Bella, created by Katie Arquette.
Gosh.
Yes!
Best match on the card. That's why
We've
it's on the main.
done it! Definitely.
For the match graphic for John Cena, can it be what he wore during his skit at the
Yes.
Academy?
That is
or
the
at
only
Emmys?
promo picture that I will approve of.
Make
he
it
is
happen,
covered.
Sword.
Making a note
He's-
here.
He
It's
had the
perfectly
answer.
decent.
Put Bree mode
Covering.
on the card.
The one free
Yes.
mode.
Yes.
Do I
This
get
is
bonus points for using 2 champions?
Hmm?
No.
Sure.
Bonus points? Bonus
No, you're
points?
fine. You just
You could-
adhered by the rules,
You
Bobby.
can, you can have the points, but there's nothing to do with the points.
Yes.
Like,
It's like,
there's
the
nowhere to.
line isn't
They're-
anyway.
They're not
matter.
redeemable. Here, have some mayhem points.
Points aren't real and they don't matter.
No.
Whose
That's right.
wrestling spot is it?
So, I just want to mention real quick, point of order. Tonight is round 7 of Mayhem Mania.
Mhm.
Next week is round 8.
Mhm.
And then it is on to
Oh.
the
Championship
week
Sunday.
following Patreon in the Bank,
Oh.
in which Patreon supporters of the Wrestling Mayhem show will come on this show, and we will do whatever is possible to get 8 matches graduated onto our supercard. Right now, we only have 3.
Nice.
We need to get to 5. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it through the traditional means to get another match graduated. So,
So those graduated matches stay forever?
mhm.
That's awesome.
High five.
Yes.
And and so our Patreons will have a chance to come in, and depending on what tier you're on, how much money, how much cheddar you're slinging at the Podfather, you'll get to make some amazing changes. That you're going to be able to make some awesome moves. You might have a chance to just auto graduate a match you like to the supercard. You're going to get a chance to add stipulations. We'll see what else we want to do. We're trying to get not to get too crazy. It is back to basics, but who knows? There's cats on this card right now. Who knows what we'll do next? But that's coming up. It's wild. It's crazy. It devours almost an entire show. We're usually here very late. Sorg, I'm going to have to discuss with you how we're going to set up for this thing because I'm going to need a little
gosh.
more space to maneuver.
What?
I'm going to need a little
I cannot
space.
work in this
I
environment.
can't work
I need
simply
more.
on a couch. I'm going to need more space.
The
I mean,
couch
we
that
have a whole
swallows
like
you.
space here.
Do you
but,
have
like?
a
Do you
li-
need a dedicated room they have
Do
to
you
run
have an-
cords to or
do you have
something?
an
Like,
overhead
Space jail.
Do you have an overhead projector anywhere?
I don't.
We're
What,
gonna have to
do
see
you
if we
need
can
like
get-
a?
And a laser pointer? Do you have any laser pointers?
I do have a laser pointer.
it
Oh,
for the
good. I do
cats?
too. That's good.
I have a dry erase
What?
board.
Is it for
PowerPoint
the cat?
presentation.
It's for the cats. Good point. That's not gonna cut it. That's a tiny little whiteboard.
Hey, the whiteboard.
You know
But
what?
hey,
I think this is gonna be great. I mean, I think you could do a lot with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that you can really illustrate
We'll
what's
talk
going
about
on
this
here.
more.
Like, I mean, or like demonstrate things like a WLC match.
Yeah. Well,
Right? I
yeah.
mean,
I mean, it's useful
What
sometimes.
is
Great
that?
graphics, Sorg.
Well, sword.
That's two people
Yes.
who may or may not love each other.
What's
Is that a
name?
Lego?
And they made a tiny ladder for WLC.
Is that a Lego?
That's a ladder.
Well,
That's a
It's a
step
Wii
stool.
LC.
it's not to scale. Okay,
not
like a
I'm
Lego.
sorry, my model is not
well,
to
for
scale.
VLC, it might be to scale.
That's right. That's right. You don't know how tall these guys are because I didn't put them in that police lineup thing that's at the doorway at Sheets yet. So
57
there you
feet
go.
tall.
There's a
Oh,
little bit. There
yeah.
you go. That's a little better. That's a little better.
Sorg.
I haven't decided if it's metric or English yet. So
We'll discuss the setup for Patreon in the bank.
I'm worried.
On
Are we gonna-
Talking Mayhem.
Oh, will we?
Mania.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
that'll
say-
give us
I
some
was
more
going
time
to
to
say more.
discuss.
We should have a meeting or something.
Oh yeah, it'll be like a meeting,
It'll be
except
like a
everyone will
meeting?
get to watch.
Oh, good.
And it's
Carter-
only
Carter
fair
needs a mixed,
that we
he needs
just.
a mixed reality headset so that he can draw.
Guys,
Ooh.
by the way, we had an Apple Vision Pro on AwesomeCast earlier, and somebody did the floaty head thing for their call-in, and it was pretty wild. Go watch tonight's AwesomeCast. It's like a ghost was with us, which is really weird since
It was a Star Wars hologram.
It really messed with
It was
me.
a Star Wars hologram.
It really messed with me since I went to the Haunted Mansion for the first time yesterday and then watched Haunted Mansion this morning.
Oh,
and then
wow.
I saw somebody ghost into the Zoom call. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on right now. It's messing with me. So. Anyways, what are we doing? Are we done? Is that it?
That's it.
Oh, okay. Let me take this graphic off.
That was great. Everyone did a great job.
Oh, my gosh.
Great job.
Oh, my gosh.
This is great.
You're
I mean,
having a good time.
This is
I'm
great.
having
We're
a
having so much
blast.
fun.
Yes.
Fun.
Where's the buttons at? There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to find out what everybody learned from wrestling this week.
Sorg, I'm glad you asked. I learned that the mat is no longer sacred.
Mm-hmm.
And Randy thinks that Prime is all right, even though he's in a feud with the maker of the drink. And you know what? Prime is all right. It's pretty tasty. Don't drink the ones from the can. That'll kill you.
What?
But the ones in the bottle are okay.
What's
the
wrong with the
kids
ones in
love
the
it.
What
cans?
makes that?
What?
What's wrong with the
The
cans?
cans have too much caffeine. It's like 4 Loco. It'll kill
Oh.
you. It'll give you a heart attack.
What?
Yeah.
5 Loco.
It was on TV.
my
I saw it on the
God.
news.
Oh.
But the bottles are good. Drink those all you want. Take it from me. I'm a parent.
It's a parent.
Katie?
You're a parent.
Yes.
How many cans have you drunk?
Of what?
4 Loco?
Never.
Never.
I've never had a Four
What's
Loko
your
before.
go? The wrestlers love the energy drinks. What's your go-to?
Oh, I
energy
hate
drink?
energy drinks.
Oh, really?
I don't like them. I don't like Monster. I don't like Red Bull. I don't drink energy drinks.
Like,
or 5 Hour energy. I don't like that either.
Backstage is just littered with G Fuel and Ghost these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
I'm
Yeah.
Like, what keeps you people going? Just like
A good old cup of coffee from Dunkin' Donuts.
You're old school. You're old school.
I love
That is
my
old
coffee.
school. I like it.
It'll keep me awake.
that's clean burning fuel. That's, what
That's
that is.
right. That's right. Tell me about it. That's what I'm running on right now. So, pizza and coffee. Bobby F. J-Town, what'd you learn from wrestling this week?
I learned 2 things. One, there was a Cybertruck on Raw, and it kind of hurt my heart a
Oh,
little
no. Was there?
bit. It
That's
was like
true.
right at the beginning. I think it was Travis Scott's.
Oh, no.
The other thing I learned is if you are climbing Mount Everest and you give a sad emotional speech saying that you might not be able to wrestle or die, don't climb Mount Everest.
Mm.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. That's
He's just
Oh,
trying to get you
Darby.
worked up. He'll be fine. He'll be back. Don't worry.
Will
He'll totally be right. As long as the Yeti doesn't get him, we'll be okay.
Willie.
Really?
Okay.
I
mean, maybe not.
I mean, you know, like, maybe you shouldn't go up there with that recent Raw injury from the glass.
Yeah.
But, you know, I
That's
don't know. I'm
It
no.
only took
Yeah.
12 stitches, Sorg.
The
Only.
impractical, the impractical jokers are gonna show up and they're like, "Your punishment is to climb Mount Everest."
I love that Sting's reaction was, "Tell me how many stitches you got when you
Yes.
get to the hospital. Like,
Yes.
text me how many stitches you got." I'm just like,
I love it.
they have a very special relationship, don't they?
100% they do. I
Darby
love it.
doing dumb shit and Sting just being like, "Well, I wouldn't do that." But
Well,
good
what-
on you, pal.
The one line was, I have to just be confident that Darby's going to be okay and move on, or something like that. I was just like, what? The clips have been popping up for like the last week. It's been tremendous. Down the line on the call, Tina, what'd you learn from wrestling this week?
Two things. From last night's Raw, it's really cool to see vulnerable human moments such as Cody did last night. And then as well, rumor has it that the landscape for women's wrestling may be changing tomorrow night, but we'll see.
Purely speculation. Purely
Speculation.
Can you for some of us who didn't have a chance to watch Raw because they were waving at Mickey? What happened with Cody last night?
Cody had an in-ring interview with Michael Cole. He was just, I guess, just being like very honest about who the match is for. His mom, Michelle, Brandy, and others that can't escape me at this moment in time. But it was like it was very genuine, and I'm a cheesy, sensitive motherfucker, so
me
I like
too.
shit like that.
I get it. I'm glad someone else is.
This is like the most emotional lead in I can remember in a while for a WrestleMania main event.
Yeah.
Like this has been pretty wild, right?
Yeah.
They're not even climbing Mount Everest.
I know. Could you imagine if there was a Mount Everest or even a space mountain in this? But sorry. What else is out there? Chad the Shad, what did you learn from wrestling this week?
Let's see. I learned that, well, two things. First, I have been on the show for a long time. I was at the Royal Rumble in Tampa, and I was with my wife, who has never been to a live wrestling event. So as we got there, and she's like, so how's this go? She's like, she watches and stuff every once in a while, and I go, well, first thing is there's no commentary, and she was shocked. She says, nobody's going to be talking. I said, no one's going to be talking while we sit here amongst the people as the Rumble goes on. So that was a fun thing that I guess been to so many wrestling events. I kind of forget if you've never been to one, you're going to think there's commentary or there's something going on, and you're just going to hear the canvas and the wood and the turnbuckles, and that's it.
Good old Hardy wrestling.
And what I learned this week is that The Rock doesn't have his full heart in the bloodline. I saw him at the Oscars, and he not once acknowledged his tribal chief in front of his Hollywood friends.
What
not
an observation.
Once.
That's true.
He didn't put his finger up. He didn't do anything in front of those rich Hollywood friends that he's trying to, be cool with. He didn't want to. He's almost like he's ashamed of his wrestling. I didn't, and even he shook hands with John Cena, and he didn't even really kind of acknowledge John Cena either. He's like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? I got stuff to do. I was disappointed.
Damn.
Disappointed.
Cena was nearly nude at the moment, so
Maybe he wanted
Rocky
to
was
distance
giving him
himself a little
space.
bit. Yeah.
But Rock also did not acknowledge his tribal chief in front of his Hollywood friends, so I think he's a little ashamed of the bloodline.
I wonder if this will come up on Friday.
Interesting.
Maybe Cody should mention it. Maybe he's such a big wig that he can't embarrass himself in front of his rich friends. His other life.
He's standing there with Bad Bunny. It's not like Bad Bunny wouldn't have known what he was talking about.
That's a good point.
True.
These are all great points. I love this. Yes.
I would have liked to have seen Rock come out on the Oscars and just put a finger up, just to see how many in the crowd
That's
at the
it.
Oscars. Could you imagine, like, all of a sudden Bradley Cooper just gets up and he's like this, You're like,
No one knows
That's all he
why.
had to do.
Just
Glenn
he
Close.
does-
yeah, Glenn
Glenn
Close.
Close.
He's like, Glenn Close. I knew it. I knew you were watching with us.
Michael
I think
Keaton.
Rock's thumb
Yeah.
doesn't
Oh
work.
yeah, Michael Keaton.
Yo,
He's
Michael
Michael
definitely-
Keaton's gonna see
Michael
Rob
Keaton-
pointing, and he's gonna be like, "Is it me? Should I?"
Michael
bat
Keaton
signal?
Meryl Streep.
at least watched the wrestling when he was a kid, because we have stories about Michael Keaton doing the doing some of the studio wrestling gigs when he was
Yes.
just a lad. He would
Robert,
helping
Robert
out
De
the
Niro
arena.
would
Yeah.
have.
No
Robert
shit.
De Niro would have been down there like
I know.
Pacino.
And nobody knows why.
This is the real
the old
Illumi-
heads.
This
They would
is-
have understood
They-
the tribal mentality.
They know the respect.
This is the real Illuminati.
Goodfellas, they know. They did all
It
this.
is indeed.
Mhm.
Yes. Oh man.
I love it.
Dave Ponder, what'd you learn from wrestling?
I learned that everyone needs to up their game because nobody lives the gimmick like when you get booed at your own wedding.
Oh no.
What?
No. Is this
Dom
true?
Dom.
What?
Dominic Mysterio getting booed at his own wedding.
No.
Yes.
No. How
Yes.
do you know
He
this?
came out to give a speech afterwards at the reception after the wedding, and he was booed.
That's funny. I love it. Living the gimmick.
Well, you had a wrestling promo at your wedding, so.
I did at the very end. My gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Facade.
But and also, I don't want to say I learned this. I knew this. Wrestling people are freaking morons.
True.
Because people commenting about how Rhea's gonna feel with Dom getting married.
Oh, you're talking about fans. Okay.
Fans.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nail that down.
fans
a little
Certainly
bit.
not us.
That's
Certainly
what
not
it
us.
means, yeah.
Wrestling people. Like,
Well,
I'm like,
fans.
I
I
think
should
Rhea's
say. I should
happy
say
for
fans.
him.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, because there's always there's Rhea reference signs sometimes at AEW when Buddy Matthews comes out. So it's just like, come on, guys. Come on,
I
lay
hate
off.
that. Why do people have to do that? Just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Don't be just stop being an annoying person and be a wrestling fan and enjoy it, because that's why we're all here.
Exactly.
To enjoy it.
You're here for the thing, not to impress us that you can read Wikipedia with your son.
Yes.
They showed a picture of Buddy on Raw last night.
Oh yeah.
Because Rhea was at the UFC show, and she went with
Mm.
Buddy.
Yeah.
And they showed the picture, and I don't know why they didn't crop out Buddy, but Buddy's right there next to Rhea, and of course, McAfee can't control himself, so he's just so Cole's just there's Rhea Ripley at the UFC show, and Pat's like, hey, look at that guy right there, I know that guy right there. And Cole's like, let's move on, let's go.
How many times have they cut Pat McAfee off?
one
When
told
he's
it.
talking, oh, that match was great after the Sting. That match,
Pat
nope.
He's running wild. He's
It's
so
like
funny.
they
That's
have.
kind of cute. He's it's just so genuine. It's
He
innocent.
is.
It's
He is.
innocent. He doesn't know any better. He's a child.
But it's like they haven't handed him the kayfabe storyline handbook at all to here but not there kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like he's so raw with it,
Yeah.
which is the most endearing thing, but also the wait a minute,
That's why
man,
it's not raw.
This is why he went to space jail.
I would.
Because he can't control his mouth.
He needs a timeout. That's what he needs.
I want to hear the conversation in his ear when that happens. We're like,
It's
fucking
just-
Pat. No, we were.
It's just
Well,
Cole.
Could you imagine if you
Stop
shall
it!
not be
Just
named
Cole
was still
punching
there?
him in the ribs
Oh.
like,
Shut
don't say that.
Shut up.
I was about to say, yeah. Who would actually be yelling in the air? Because you figure the boss,
Triple
of
H
the
probably,
announcers
yeah.
are next door.
It's
I mean, he's
Triple
right
H.
next to
Well,
him.
it's Triple H. I
But
think
he doesn't yell,
he's
they said.
he doesn't yell, but I'm sure
Cole
he just,
said it's the quietest. Or no, Corey Graves said it's the quietest his headset's ever been.
Oh, God.
With
I'm
reason.
I'm sure he still corrects.
Oh yeah, but he
He's
doesn't
probably
yell at them.
Like, hey pal, let's not do that.
All right,
Let's not bring up
Don't do
Buddy.
that, don't do
Yo,
that,
don't worry about.
Hey,
Don't say
here's the
Buddy.
thing.
No,
Let's not talk about the other.
Yeah.
He just
Can we
gets
just,
on
like,
right before,
pretend
right
like-
before they start. Are you ready?
Hey, can we just
By the way,
pretend?
I said, are you ready?
How much are there suckets happening? Like every time I see a sucket, like I saw Rhea, like at the pay per view, I think Rhea did it. Like it just everybody is like, we're all in DX now because they
We're
run the
all-
company.
Regeneration
I'm
X.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
sure they're just doing it to mess with Papa H.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
just
just
we're
like-
just
just
gonna
like-
who's doing it
Yeah.
tonight?
Yeah, exactly. Katie Arquette, what'd you learn? from
What I
wrestling?
learned from wrestling this week is that I am way more excited to see Rhea versus Becky. That 5-minute, they each got a statement. Oh shit. They each got a statement, and it both, like, that was all that needed to be said. It didn't need to be any longer. They both made their points, and they both explained, like, you don't know who's gonna win. I mean, I have a theory. I have a theory that I will save, but I am way more excited to see it.
the record here?
I mean,
Maybe on Patreon.
I don't want to sway anybody's. I want people to be surprised. You know, I'm a fan. I'm always surprised whenever I watch any pay-per-view or any like WWE or AEW matches. But I am ecstatic to see this match and to see how it'll play out. That's what I learned in wrestling school this week.
Wrestling school.
What I learned in boating school is because the first time I came on the show, I'm like, I didn't watch any wrestling this week. I don't know what happened.
It's okay. The first time I realized that the wrestlers weren't watching the wrestling, it was like a very interesting phenomenon to me. But now I've
like
learned to accept that. I'm like, no, of course not. You're busy. You're doing other stuff. You
I don't
gotta
know why. You just
make
don't
the wrestling.
Think
You don't have
about
time
it
to
anymore.
watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, like you just don't think about it anymore.
You've crossed the threshold, if you will. Like you're
Yeah.
beyond the veil of that.
And it's-
You watch it in a different way,
Yes.
right?
Yes, I watch it for tape study. Like I don't, but then I'll watch every pay-per-view though.
Mhm.
I'll watch every pay-per-view because then it's like a
'Cause it's the
mini
height.
WrestleMania.
It's
to
a
me.
height.
Yeah, yeah, and like I wrestle almost every weekend, so my Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown or Wednesday Dynamite is going to be who I'm wrestling that
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
Like I just don't think about it as much as I used to, which isn't a bad thing. But I do want to make more time. But it's nice to know that I'm definitely not the only wrestler that does not
it's
watch as much
it's,
wrestling.
It seems to be widespread.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's
Yeah.
interesting that it's that way. So it
Absolutely.
makes
It's
sense. And like I
interesting.
said, it makes sense.
It is the most interesting to watch a wrestling, like a pay-per-view with a wrestler.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of like that when it's a room of people, and then like we at least have one or two, and we actually got to do this recently, because I love. Like I think as fans, we think things are a certain way, and I like the education of like, well, actually, you know, like to like because I think, again, like I think people don't have the access. Like we're very fortunate we work, you know, with all you guys with video and everything, and we were like, well, yeah, that's not how that works. You know, we've seen enough of it over this time, right?
Oh,
But
yeah.
just like we were talking about the Twitter and the reactions. It's just
Yep.
like everybody thinks they like I watched Dark Side of the Ring. I know how the fuck this thing works. You know, it's like I don't know
Not
if you
really.
do.
How about that Dark Side of the Ring
man.
this week?
Was that Bobby?
How about that Dark Side of the Ring last week?
I-
The
wait,
Ballad of John Tenta.
Oh, did they? I
It was
haven't caught
really
up on
good.
it.
It was really good.
Oh,
Man,
gosh.
I backed off because I didn't like all the negativity. Like I can't.
Oh,
I can't
this one-
watch negative stuff.
This one
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
mostly positive, which
That's
is
good.
great.
Dark.
Yeah, it was really good.
the light side of Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah.
Okay.
The dimmer of the dark
The
side of the ring.
dim
It's
side.
not
The
quite
slightly-
lit. It's
the little
dimmed.
squinty side of the ring.
It was good.
Jeez. I think I said it earlier on the show, but the thing I learned that wrestling is even at Disney World. On the did I say it on this show or was that off? I can't even remember. This is a long. I've been podcasting for 5 hours. But seeing.
I think it was off. I think it was
off.
off.
Seeing
off.
wrestling
Awesome,
at the
yeah.
Carousel of Progress in Tomorrowland was so freaking like, holy shit, look at that, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like it's grandma watching the wrestling in like I said, I think it was the 60s or something like that on a newfangled television food and picture set. And that's just it was just fun to just see that between that and just a random guy with a Roddy Piper shirt today at
That's
the
funny.
airport. Wrestling is abroad and it's really really fucking cool. And I love that there's too much wrestling to watch. You know,
I do
I
too.
love / hate that there's too much wrestling to watch. Right. But it's all good and it all seems to be thriving and the indies seem to be thriving and it's just very very cool to see that kind of stuff. And I will encourage Chad to bring his wife to her second wrestling show this Saturday to experience somebody called the Sandman.
His wife.
I think that would be the
I'm
experience.
sure my wife would absolutely love
One,
the
the
Sandman.
RWA crowd, and two, the
Yeah,
fucking
well-
Sandman. Are you ready? Are you ready for the Sandman to do circles around the West Newton Gymnasium for the entire 7 minutes of that song?
Oh my god.
I like my wife too much to subject her to that type of. She enjoys like the Bravo dramedies that are on TV, the reality, the she's like, oh, it's
Uh-huh.
just trash, and I like to watch that. And I was like, those people just need a wrestling ring, and you're watching wrestling. I mean,
Yeah.
and she's like,
Yeah.
but there is a thing. My wife will stop what she's doing and watch any wrestling documentary that's on TV.
Wow.
If they made a documentary about like a Raw that happened the night before, she would watch the documentary because I don't know, she's just drawn to documentaries.
Interesting.
Is the storytelling style, right? So
I think that's it. She loves watching some Dark Side of the Ring. She watches some of those the A&E biographies, stuff like that.
She
likes
watched the
those.
Iron Claw. The movie.
We
I
haven't
need to
yet.
see.
Oh,
I need to
please
see.
watch
Haven't yet.
it. It's so good. It's
But
so
she
good.
she
It
does.
is.
It's on the list. She's like, I really
It
want to
is-
see that.
It is
So.
It is.
sad.
It's
It is.
sad.
It was like shockingly sad.
It
You know,
is.
and I knew it wasn't going to end well, but you know, it
Yeah.
was just like holy crap.
Because we all kind of know what the endings are
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
sense. And
But-
it's a movie, so some things are a little
Exactly.
bit different or
Yeah.
the timeline is a little bit different. But all the main concepts that happened
Yeah,
actually happened. And
I-
it's so, so sad.
She did watch the Dark Side of the Ring on the Von Erichs.
okay.
Okay. I don't think
So,
I've
she
actually
really
seen
liked
the Dark
that.
Side of the Ring on that. I'm going to have to. Well, then she would know. She's already prepared for the movie.
There you go.
She'll know.
There
Be
you
like,
go.
oh, wow, that's cool how they did that there. But it's
Oh, I
also
like this
very
story.
fucking
I don't know.
sad.
I don't know if cool's the word, but you
Well,
know,
I
I
mean-
know that. Well, I know this.
Neat.
Story. I
Yes.
know this.
and we're like, that is respectable.
That's something.
They
Katie-
did a good job with this.
Katie
They did a
Arquette, thank you
There
for
were still 2 more. Oh, sorry.
sorry. What?
I just said there was 2 more kids that passed away. They didn't add to the movie.
I know they just kind of disappeared.
Like,
Like,
so-
I
Would
don't
have
know
been
what-
too sad.
They were in the other room. I don't know the whole time. You know, Katie Arquette, thank you for bringing some class back to the show.
You're welcome.
You are all over the social medias.
All over. The Katie Arquette on Instagram, Katie Arquette on Facebook, and the KT Arquette on the X, formerly known as Twitter or whatever you want to call it. Thank you for having me. I always love being here.
Thank you so much. It's good to hang out with you again. Don't be a stranger. And of course, thank you everybody on the Skype call. Bobby, Tina, shout out because you have been keeping that chat alive and keep us informed on any updates in the wrestling world. Thank you so much for that. Potter, I think you've been pretty active like on there too. I think Tina, you broke to the chat the SummerSlam in Cleveland, which all of us are going to go to because it's a damn 2 hours away. So half
You
of us
guys
don't.
can go.
Yeah. Like, hey, come on over. We'll get you some slice. So
Yes.
give you a reason. Why the hell else would you even try to go to Cleveland? So, but anyways, listen, I want to see if Johnny Gargano is going to perform in fucking Cleveland Brown Stadium. Will be amazing.
That'd be cool.
Miz versus
Right.
Gargano.
Miz versus Gargano and Cleveland Browns. Miz versus Gargano and a mistake on the lake match. Let's do it. Let's freaking do it. Isn't Logan Paul from up there or something too?
More or
Well, no,
less.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
he's
know.
he's from Puerto Rico by way of
Ohio. Yeah,
It's
that's
so
how he's
weird.
announced. That's how he's announced.
Oh
He's
my
at his
gosh.
seasonal residence.
Seasonal resident. Matt Carlins, thank you for pulling this show together. Enjoy your hat.
Thank you.
There you go. Where'd it
Yeah.
go? Where'd it
Put your
go? Where'd it
name
go?
on it.
There you go.
MIC
See you real soon.
DMCA.
Oh, we're not finishing it? Okay.
Oh,
We're not
no,
gonna go
DMCA.
full.
No one else was doing the
DMCA,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
MAYHEM.
Why? Because we gotta.
SHOW. And of course, I will be out and about Circuitron on the social medias. You can see my adventures last weekend, this weekend, and going on. And I will be, of course, Thursday Night Fights, New Kensington, free on the social medias, free to come down to 880 8th Avenue up there in the New Kent if you're in the area or up for a little trip up at 28. Also, Friday night, it will not be streaming, but I will be hanging out at NWA Exodus Pro up there with EC3 and the gang doing a live tape for them. And then we will be back, and Chachi will be helming Renegade Wrestling Alliance, including the Sandman will be there. And notorious Norm Connors, who bonked Dr. Feelbag in the head with an 80s style E.T. TV tray. Katie, did you see this?
No.
It was amazing. It was so loud, and I don't remember. You're a little young, so you probably don't remember the TV tray. Right?
I remember TV
You got the
trays,
TV tray,
metal
the big
TV
metal heavy
trays,
ones. You
the
had
metal,
those.
and then they opened up at the bottom.
Yes.
Yes. I'm not
Yes.
that young.
Right off of
Which is-
Phil Bed's fucking dome. Chad, you
That
would have loved it.
hurt.
That's what I was just going to say. Who doesn't love to see Dr. Feelbad get hit with objects in his head?
Yeah.
He
yeah.
I mean,
loves
I
getting
myself
hit.
have hit Dr. Feelbad. It's fantastic.
You did. You've had your turn at it too. Yes.
Mhm.
So, anyways, way back in the day, way back in the primordial mayhem days,
in the illegal days,
in the illegal
Way
days,
boy.
in the outlaw days. Yes.
yeah, the outlaw days, the outlaw territories.
Yes, we've all gone straight since. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Patreon and Talking Mayhem Mania will be coming up on your feed somehow or another on Patreon. We will see you guys next time. Mayhem out.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.